and be selfish. Become selfish. You are not doing anything strange. Every other region is selfish. You are the only one that is thinking nationalistic. You've always been that way. In fact, you've gone against your own interest in the spirit of the national interest. I'm saying for the first time, can you be selfish? Can we say our local? It is our turn in the southeast. Come on, God damn it. For the sake of our children from the southeast, to tell them, to let them know that they belong in this Nigeria too. Nigeria belongs to all of them. So that what you will have done is no idiot will come in the future and be asking a child that is born today, can we trust you? Can we trust you? That is what this is about. So this is beyond you. This is more than you succeeding in business. This is more than you excelling in your entrepreneurship. This is bigger. And I am saying, my Southeast brothers and sisters, please be selfish for once. Let's come out en masse and own Peter Obi. Peter Obi is from the Southeast. Southeast is his base. Let's own him and come out. Every other region has done it in the history of Nigeria. Why not you? Why not you? With all due respect. It is time. It is time. This is going to be different. 1.89 million, I think, votes. That is too small. We know he's going to win the region, but by how much? By how much? We must get our people from the Southeast to line up behind Peter Obi religiously, with no unapologetically. This time is our turn. This is our son. Peter Obi must emerge as the next president of Nigeria because he is the most qualified, the most dedicated to the Nigerian cause, the most visionary leader of our time, who just happens to come from the Southeast. Do you see it? Do you see it? That is exactly the case I'm making. All right, guys, I'm really done this time. Thank you. Will, welcome, bro. Go ahead.
I've heard you talk about, the Southeast, becoming selfish this time and all that. I mean, in 2023, that was obvious, right? It was obvious to the point that the people from the other camp were like, okay, that the Southeast are tribalistic, blah, blah, blah. And we have to counter that all the elections that has happened in Nigeria prior to 23, how did vote? The Southeast, they were voting way more, for other people, even against Almighty Ojukwu, they they even voted against him, right? That he didn't even, I doubt he even won Newi. Someone can confirm that he didn't even win his hometown, right? So, and then in 2023, the Southeast became selfish, right? Like you said, they were like, okay, the way the voters showed that it was uh, them making a statement that it was their turn, right? But now another thing you have to also consider too, though, is the fact that we have a lot of militating factors when it comes to the Southeast, right? Think about this prior to that election in 2023. Uh, what was being done to Southeasterners, not just in this, it was worse off even in the Southeast, let alone, and then, we had a couple of it happening in other states, especially like we saw in Lagos and other places where they tend to waste their, what you call it, they were actually dumping them in gutters, dumping them in the forest. Hunters were the ones discovering some of these PVCs and all that, right? So they do everything to disenfranchise the people of the. So when you talk about the people of the Southeast not coming out en masse to vote in that last election, even though Toby won with a good percentage, but in number wise, it's not. It should have been way more than that, you know, count-wise, right? So it wasn't really the fault of the people. And that's why I'm saying this to you now. You had a case where in most polling units, right, they don't bring in, you don't see, the what you call it, INEC, bringing the voting materials and the ballot boxes and all those things. They don't bring them early, right? They delay it. All this is deliberate, right? They delay this thing whereby you wait for there. Hunger will catch you, right? You want to go eat, you want to go
Because
rest, tired,
they
and
know the stronghold of Peter Obi.
you
They know his
understand? They know
stronghold.
did that all strongholds of people did that way more in the southeast, right? By the time 100 people, right, for example, gathered in a polling unit, and you do that kind of delay, like by 6 o'clock or by 5 o'clock, or voting materials arriving around like 4 o'clock or around people, a lot of people would have given up, right? So these are the things we're up against. So when we talk like that, we should also consider the fact that these guys are fighting the
I
people
agree.
of that region.
Will, hang on a second. No,
Yes.
I do. I agree that structural problem is still there, right? So my argument is not negligent, is what I'm going to use, of that very important point you're making, right? But at the end of the day, I am hoping that even for the people that are, agents or whatever of, say, Southeast extraction, who are going to be involved in this process, I am hoping that I can reach some of them as well. I'm hoping that they think, okay, whatever hatchet job you have been hired to do, right, on that day, especially if you're from the Southeast, I'm hoping that from the perspective of the argument that we're making, that you can reason, even if you collect money, if they pay you, whatever, you can reason and still work against your benefactor for the sole and the purpose of the point we're making. So I just wanted to say that I'm aware of what you were saying. But at the end of the day, we can't stop. We can't we still have to say it again and again and again. So it's not so much of an indictment on the people per se. No, it's to say whatever numbers the original numbers were, and then to come up with, I think, 1.9 million, the entire region. I think it was under 2 million, I think. So whatever the original number was, before it was clashed to that by, of course, by INEC, I am saying that perhaps we can overwhelm the structural problems and rigging and all of these things, which was the original point I made, that at least to get a fighting chance. I know what we are up against. I know for somebody who has their shop to go to, and from what we know about the region, they don't joke with business. Hence, their entrepreneurial spirit. All right, you are not going to stand in line all day just because it's a hard sell to tell people to shut down their shops and just to come online and pray. And then while you are about to do that,
there's no work on election day. So
no, sorry, there's no. Okay, yeah, that's
no. So there's no excuse for anybody.
Thank you. So that's another crazy thing in Nigeria. For those for non-Nigerians on the space, we shut down the country just to vote. Yeah, that's the thing in Nigeria. Believe it or not. It
No
doesn't
movement.
matter.
You can't go out to the next local
dying.
government. No movement, my brother. You are stuck in your house all day.
It doesn't matter if you are dying. No movement. Anyways, but go ahead, Will. Sorry, I just wanted to make that point real quick. Finish your point.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to put that out there so that people don't think that, okay, for once, South, and the way Southeasterners vote, they don't give a hoot about you, whether you are Igbo or whatsoever. If you're a bad person, forget it. you won't have that mass vote from there. And they've shown that over the years. So for once, they were like, okay, we're gonna stand right behind this man. And if we're looking at it equity-wise, it should have been their turn and all that. And I conclude with this, right? Going by what you said about Peter Obi and Sean Kimberley's interview and all that. After that interview, a few days after that interview, there was this interview Sean Kimberley held with Amechi. I don't know if you watched it too, though. We wrote to me, Amechi. If you didn't watch that interview, please go watch it. I'm not a big fan of Rotimi.
I saw a few clips of it here and there, but I didn't watch it.
Please watch it. There's a reason why I say you should watch it. In the course of that interview, Sean pulled up that stunt again, this time around on the religious side of things. He tried as much as possible to rope Amechi into saying something, you know that kind of question that is you don't even answer at all. Because in whichever way you answer it, Sean is very good at asking that kind of question. Whichever way you answer that question, you're committing yourself. You understand? It's a trap question. So he was asking him, I need to watch that again to actually remember vividly. He was asking him a question that relates to, the Muslim. He's trying to get him to say something that's just gonna, join the. He's just trying to say something. He's trying to get him to say something that's just gonna cause that chaos and talks about Islam and Christianity kind of nonsense. This guy divide and rule tactics stuff they do all the time. So Shane is very good at asking that kind of question. So he was throwing these questions to Rotimi Amechi a couple of times. He would ask him, Rotimi Amechi would object. That's one thing I love about that guy. I'm not his fan, but people need to learn one or two when it comes to the way Rotimi Amechi handles those kind of interviews, especially with people like Shane. You cannot, there's nothing you do in this world. You will try, Rotimi Amechi will bring you back on business. You understand? I like that about him. I'm not his fan, but that's particular, the way he handled that interview. You see what I'm talking about. That's how I want people. You don't have to answer every question. And that's why I told you that day I could not continue. Those of you that were able to finish that interview between P1 and Sean Kimberly, I put my heart for you guys. I could not. I was so pissed that I'm like, okay, shut off, I'm done. You understand? So it was a mess. You understand? So yeah, that's what I just feel. You don't have to answer every question. Bring him back on business. Tell him that's not why you're here. Let him ask you questions on issues bothering Nigerians at the moment and how things can be better, and not bringing this past nonsense that they use in dividing the people. Yeah, just wanted to thanks to
All right. Thank you very much. Almost. Egbezomo.
Tudu. Yeah, hold on, before Egbezomo goes, let me buttress a little point on the information you've been making, right? About the number, the encouraging number that turned out at the end of the last election from the Southeast. An estimated 40 million Igbos are in Nigeria. Estimated 40 million. Let's slash that by 2 and say 50% is over the voting age, 18 and above. That will make it 20 million. And if we slash that by, let's say, 80%, we'll say 10% are outside of the Southeast. 10% of 20 million, that's 2 million. Let's assume outside of the Southeast from the voting age. Because from the total estimates, it's about 30% are in the Southeast and about 10% are outside. So let's say 2 million of that 20% are outside the Southeast. So it means we have at least 18 million people of voting age residing in the Southeast. For a 2 million vote to come out of that, I think it's not encouraging. That's number one. I know it's a general problem across the country. I'm not taking INEC's figure. I know those figures were slashed. Those figures were cut and destroyed. I know that. But let's just work with what we have on ground. So 2 million out of 18 million came out, let's say, was the final total vote that Peter Obi got. Let's say even the total that came out, let's say around 3-4 million came out of 18 million. It's still a very poor showing, no matter how you look at it. And that will lead me to saying to my Igbo brothers and sisters, right? I'm not from the Southeast. He's not from the Southeast. I'm from Edo State. Today is from Benue State. But I would say Igbo brothers and sisters because we're all Nigerians. I think many of you who live abroad.
From Edo State, right?
I am a full-blown Edo State.
So
There is no
when you say I'm from
tainted
Benue,
blood in me.
it irks me because my father is from Benue, my mother is Yoruba. Where does that put me?
You are tainted blood now. Do I need to explain that to you? I think your grandson
So
got
wait,
you. I think your grandson got you
where
already.
my mother is from.
Unfortunately, that is how the Nigerian system works. No, Tudo. No. OTP, hold on, Tudo. You cannot contest in Yoruba land. You want to go by that. That's how the Nigerian system works now. I cannot go to my mother and my dad, they are not from the same village. But I cannot go to my mother's village to be in
But they
Edo
are
State
still
to say I
from
want to
both
contest for
Edo
any
State.
position.
Your grandmother is Yoruba.
I'm telling you.
Tudo, your grandmother is Yoruba.
OTP, wait. Tudo, my mom's dad and my father's dad is less than 30 minutes by bicycle away. Less than 30 minutes by bicycle. So I can walk, I can trek from my mother's village to my father's village. But I cannot go to my mother's village to say I want to contest for anything. The same Edo State. That is how the Nigerian system is created and destroyed. Sorry. Big, sorry. Sorry. So as I was as I was saying, right? There is a possible 18 million voters that we can drag out in the Southeast in 2027. So we and others
and more. I don't know. Can we still wind up with say half of that?
Even if they rig by a factor of 50%,
exactly.
Even if they rig by, we still have 9 million. Yeah. We still have 9 million. Exactly, 9 million. 9 million will win the election for anybody. So again,
you know, and you are going
exactly.
to some of them.
So again, to do. That is the point. So there is so much we can do to win the election, right? And I want my Igbo brothers, especially those who have influence, ginger your people. There's one thing I like about, I am Velele and Chris, we are running boots on the ground, and Mr. Goswill also injecting money into some of the things we do behind the scene, right? And his focus is trying to drag people in the Southeast out, trying to drag them out. We encourage them to go register. We are pushing them. Velele is doing a wonderful work. That is what we all should be doing. You need to let our people, we need to educate them more that, look, we know the Igbos are entrepreneurial. We know it's good, but government comes around and fucks everything up because government is greater than anything you can think of. The government can mess you up. A good government will make your entrepreneurial skill more productive. You just have to spend 10% of your energy. That's the ambience. I hate to use them as a point of reference because we are all suffering in Nigeria and they are enjoying. That's the ambience. Government will make your effort 10%. Instead of spending 80% of your effort in achieving goals, you spend 10%. That is why they will tell you, oh, Nigerians are very active. They're very this. When they go abroad, they excel. It is not because we are special. It's because when we get to a sane society, the energy we spend in Nigeria, you slash it by more than 60% to achieve what you want to achieve in the new environment you find yourself. Because you are not thinking of so many things that we think of. You are not praying for so many things that you pray for in Nigeria. So guys from the East, from the Southeast, please talk to your people. They need to come out to vote. At least, if you can pull off 10 million from that voting, 10 million, that's a huge number. Give 80-90% of 10 million to Peter Obi. You have won the election already. You just go around and pick 25% out from every other part of the country. That is how it works, and that is how it should be. Again, we have a lot of work to do to get that criminal out of Aso Rock. We know he's in charge of everything, but we can talk to the consciences of those
and we cannot
fight
ignore
them
the Southeast in our strategy and planning. We cannot,
and we should
already said we win. We don't want to do more than win the region. That's the argument that I am making. Great point.
And that's the argument I second as well.
All right, nice one. Me, I've already given up on being anything. So people from where I come from, they don't amount to it. Yeah.
Take blood.
This is the moral of the story is that those of you that are out there smashing and making them, be very careful where and how you smash.
No, Tudo, we're going to change it. We're going to
It
change
might
it.
be
It's not going to
determining the
continue
future
forever.
of
No,
the
no.
child that you're about to take
That bullshit will stop. Tudo, that bullshit will die with Tinubu and his gang. That bullshit will die with Tinubu and his gang. Tudo, what we are going to push for in Nigeria is to make sure that kids, where you are born, is more important than where your parents are from. Where you are born, the part of the country you are born, should be more important to you than where your parents is from.
But he has made that case instead of residence as opposed to origin.
Yes, that's what's supposed to be true, though. I give you before I use the mic, right? Before I use the mic, my wife was born in Bauchi. She speaks Hausa so fluently that you would not even know that she's not an Hausa girl. But my wife cannot contest for anything in Bauchi. In fact, if they are giving jobs in Bauchi, they will not give my wife because they will say she's Igbo. She's from Anambra State, but she was born in Bauchi. She lived all her life there. She was raised there. She schooled there before she went to Makurdi to continue her studies. But she cannot.
So Aisha.
Thank you, Aisha or Halima.
People are doing, by the way.
Are doing, which is so wrong. Which is so wrong. The discrimination in that country called Nigeria, even within my Edo state, have that same discrimination going on. It's just sickness. It's just madness. Like the hate we have for our own selves in that small country, and it's so painful. So a child born to an Igbo parent in Bauchi or to an Edo parent in Bauchi should not be told that they are from Edo. No. Yes, their parents' ancestry is from Edo, but they are born in Bauchi. They should have equal rights like every other person that is a resident or an indigene of Bauchi. That is how it's supposed to be.
They live all their lives in that Bauchi. They shall go to
exactly
school, secondary, primary, secondary, maybe university.
You can speak fluently.
The parents even pay taxes in that Bauchi. They probably work in that Bauchi. They own businesses in that Bauchi. But when it comes to public office, that child has to leave that place that he knows. He has to travel
and go to a place that he don't know.
Just because once upon a time when the tortoise went to Sky and ate all the food.
And they said all of you, he was not there. Nonsense people. Archaic mentality. Anyway.
And because the child grew up in that state, she will do better in that state in any appointment you give her. Compared to you take her back to
Tizi is here. Tizi that was even born in his own state. Tizi told us his story here. To get government job just because you are a Christian. That's another battle those guys are fighting.
Government job is hard. They cannot get into university.
Get into university admission. See that girl from was it Sokoto State? That from an IDP camp somewhere. Which one is Bauchi? Sorry, Bauchi. The girl is in IDP camp. Wrote JAMB from IDP camp. Passed the JAMB. And then went to the liaison office. I think they needed a letter of something, sort of origin letter or whatever. So went to the liaison office with a guardian or something. And they told her she needs to go back to the place she ran away from. That terrorists chased them from. Bauchi or Borno, one of the two. She needs to go back to go and get the letter there. She went to the office in Abuja. They said she needs to go back to the place where she ran from.
It's Borno. It's Borno to do. It's Borno girl.
So while they were there deliberating the issue, another woman, policewoman who came for something and heard the exchange, I said, my sister, me too, that you're looking at me. I had to change my name to even get the letter of waiting to be able to join the Nigerian police force. If I didn't change my name, I will not even get the letter, let alone be joining Nigerian police. So that's the way it crumbles. and you want to make progress in the country like this. Oh, these guys are jokers. They are jokers. Even in the same African countries hire Nigerians to write their laws. I'm talking about their legal jurisprudence. They hire Nigerian legal scholars. A Nigerian was hired recently by Botswana, the government of Botswana, in the energy sector. A Nigerian guy. But we respect your host. Respect your host. Thunder fire all of you. You bush people.
Are those guys not living abroad? Are they not living abroad?
Bush people.
Are they not living abroad? Some of them are contesting in Canada here. They are contesting in the UK. They are contesting in different parts of the world, in the US.
And they are the first people to celebrate
in the
their
US.
own people's contesting.
But they are the ones that are saying, respect your host, respect your host. They are the same people telling you, respect your host. These animals who live abroad and benefit from this system, we look back home and tell you, respect your host. That you are not Nigerian enough if you live outside of your parents' locality where your parents are from. It's just the madness of these people. These people are mad, extremely mad people, and it became so endemic this period since APC got into power. APC, Buhari, Tinubu, they made it worse. The nepotism, the tribalism escalated. That is it.
But that's the only way they can.
I remember 1999. We did not think of. We looked at our minister. Nobody cared where they were from. Our ministers were just ministers. I didn't know where they were. I didn't care. I didn't know Frank Nweke Jr. was from Enugu State until recently, because I didn't care. For me, he was a young guy, minister of information, doing great things. That was all I cared about.
Every time I bring up John Wood, Tommy Kimmy, you will say I'm going way back. Those are my child. I grew up with Tommy Kimmy, watching Tommy Kimmy on.
Yes, I was. I don't know if I even understand anything in this world. When this was
my point is that as a kid watching this in secondary school, you're not thinking this man is from Edo State, is from Delta State. I mean, when I listen to John Wood, my goodness, I wasn't thinking, I didn't know, man, look at him, he speaks brilliantly. No, like, who is this guy? I want to be like this guy. I think he wasn't in my head. He wasn't where is he? I didn't know, man. Man. Nobody was thinking that. But this government, Tinubu and APC, they have destroyed our country.
They came to destroy Tudo. They came.
They are the weapons
when Dora Akunyili, Obieze Kwesili, Madame WTO today, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, were making waves for the economy back then. Were doing well in their respective ministries. Nobody knew where they are from. Nobody cared. All we knew is that we had ministers pushing things and driving Nigeria in the right direction. Until these criminals came to power in 2015. Until that alliance between the two demons that should have been stopped in 1999. I'm just saying it. Tinubu and Buhari should have been stopped in 1999 from contesting. Obasanjo made a mistake. Yar'Adua followed. Atiku did all he did to protect Tinubu, and then good luck messed up everything. I told my mom, when the 2015 election, I told my mom that if I were Goodluck Jonathan, I will make sure these people do not succeed. I will damn everything. I will make sure they don't contest. I will ban all of them, and I will, in fact, make the country go on fire, because these people are mad people. Look at where we are today. Tribalism everywhere, terrorism everywhere, nepotism everywhere. Animals took over power, and idiots who cannot amount to anything in a safe society are occupying government and talking nonsense every day. It's just sad.
All right.
Your mic, I beg.
Thank you. Let's take
Let me
Are
add
you
one
there?
thing. Good afternoon. Let me add something you guys are saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Real quick. I don't go to Ebez.
Thank you. Ebez, so sorry. You know, I was born in Abuja, and my father gave us all of us, myself and my siblings, Yoruba name, right? Even more than, and I have 3 Yoruba names. I have EJ because of the way I was born. I came through my leg and through my head. So I came with my placenta on my neck. So they call me again.
Wait, you're like Jacob in the Bible. I think he
Yeah.
came out with something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, he came out
So-
with his brother grabbing his leg.
Yeah.
This guy is a 419. He was grabbing his brother's leg. That was the story.
So the year I was born, there was no light. in
Wow,
Abeokuta.
you must be special, though, like
I
Jacob
tell
in
you,
the Bible.
yeah, the year I was born, there was no light in Abeokuta. So you have to use lantern to give birth. Like you have to use lantern, like there's no light. So my father was going to forgot the lantern. To get the lantern. They brought light. Called me Olua Shegun. And my first name, which is Christian name, because he was a pastor, is Emmanuel. But let me give you what it is. When I was writing JAMB to go to university, most of my colleagues and people I grew up with were going to Ife or Ibadan, right? That was the school most of us normally from secondary school, you know where you're going to, right? So I did JAMB form, I passed JAMB, and my Ife was my first choice of my university. So when the first list came out, they didn't give me admission. Secondary school, you know your colleagues, you know your JAMB score, everybody know their JAMB score. What do you score? 288, 290, because you know I was going for law and all that, and different courses and all that. So I couldn't get the first list. So my father went to meet him, a Reverend Fabajo. The man said that the reason why they may not consider me, because I'm not from the state of this place, that I need to change state of origin. Right? This is telling you my first JAMB, my first WAEC, my WAEC has to run it, right? It's like I cannot do anything about it. That's I have to change my local government of origin. So I went to Abeokuta South local government of origin, this thing. But I showed them the certificate and how much, and the man even knows my father. Let me say, like his father even know my father first of all. So and he was like, they can't give me state of origin, they can only give me state of residence. And you know that cannot suffice for the admission process. So they cannot do so. Because at that time, the next year again, I said, let me try again. I wrote JAMB again. They didn't give me the law. So I knew that I didn't want to, like, first I should go to the school. They gave me other different course entirely. It's called political science, philosophy, and economics, PPE. Ife is only school that our father at that time. So I went to the course. So I was there when I wrote the JAMB again, Uniben, right? And I was not very serious, but I got law from Uniben, right? I got admission to study law. So from there, I moved to Uniben. That changed my mentality about Nigeria completely. And Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria don't care about your feelings, don't care about anything you are. And people from that part of Nigeria can have issues. Like I understood that Nigeria cannot be a country. The issue of tribalism did not start with Obasanjo, Atiku, what you call Buhari and Tinubu. No. So you will remember if you read the 60s and 50s experiences, right? You remember the issue of court carpeting, you cross carpeting. That was the first time people cross carpet. People left the party that elected them to another party in 1952. Now they ought to call, just so you have obedient movement, they ought to call Zik movement in the 40s. It was a big movement. Zik was not just an orator, he was a speaker, a very great speaker across Africa. So he had a movement, and many of these people we talked about, like Bola Ige and others, they were people that used to watch. He was a writer, so he used to write every time. So he had a column on his own newspaper. Pilot. Is it Pilot? So when somebody came,
Yeah, Pilot.
When somebody came back to Nigeria, he saw that everywhere was like everybody was like the sickest movement. What does it mean? And all those things. So he started searching to find his own path. He went to your state, Benue, current Benue state. He went to find Joseph Taka and one other guy. I can't remember his name right now. He discovered them. He went to different parts of Nigeria and started discovering them. What was the intention? The intention was to bring in different kind of, take you know that you're not a Yoruba person, you're not a Igbo person, you're not an Hausa person. So this guy went about these things and brought them to recognize that they are not from this place. Even though some of them have settled their mind to be okay, Northern Nigeria, whatever it is, whatever you are fighting for is Northern Nigeria. And these people, Yoruba, Igbo, they're not Igbo and all those things. So that created a bad blood in Nigeria politics today. So whatever you are seeing today was a foundation that was made and created consciously by some persons. That's why you are born, like you talk about your wife, my friend, doctor, that your wife was born in a Bauchi state. You speak Hausa very well. But it cannot be called an Hausa person, or a Bauchi person, or a Fulani person, because In Nigeria today, and Nigeria then, it has been the case. Azikiwe won election in Lagos State Assembly. In Lagos State Assembly, Azikiwe, though he speaks Yoruba, he was born in Zingeru in Niger State, but he speaks Yoruba very well. And he could win election on those basis, right? People still win election in Lagos because of the way Lagos is. But apart from that, you cannot do anything about it anymore. This thing they are trying to do now is they're trying to consciously let you know that you are not from here. You're not from here, you are from here. Even more diabolical is whereby your parents, let's say one of your parents is Yoruba, one of your parents is Igbo. You are not deemed to be treated in another language of tinted blood or whatever name to make you look as if you're not a human being enough to be these things or whatever it is. So the Bible has been there for a long time. That's my opinion. And this is not because of anything we have talked about in civil public service, like civil service talk about all this tribalism, whatever it is. But what the APC came to do was to make you understand what it is. They have to make you feel like for you to win PDP, you need to create people to let them know that this person doesn't mean well for you. They now expounded the consciousness for you. Tinubu, in the cycle of Tinubu, he has to do so again, 2023 election again, to let you know that even though this person is Yoruba by half Yoruba, but not Yoruba enough. And it's not the first time, but it's not the first time they did it in Lagos, for instance. Right? Former governorship candidates of PDP have had those names tagged, and they are Igbo, they represent Igbo interest, they don't put Yoruba interest, even though they are Yoruba by name, they're everything. So they create this thing deliberately. And that's why I talk about Peter Obi, for instance. Unfortunately, Peter Obi is an enigma for me, and it will be difficult for him to do those things I want him to do, because that will destroy whatever he represents, because I want him to win the election. Right? What does it mean? If Peter Obi started to say, let's do religious activities, let's do ethnic activities, he can play those games very well. Let me lie to you. He can do those things very well. He can even pay people to do it on his behalf. But that would be against what he believes in and the principle that he stands for. For me, that want him to win the election by all costs, I don't mind anything. That's why I used to say that Peter Obi is better than me. Because if somebody have the power to do certain things and choose not to do those things, that is the average level of how this person is matured enough, or that person is better than another person. I have the opportunity to steal. I did not steal. And if I stole, I would not have been caught, because I will still steal and I will guide it very well. No, nothing will have happened. So my view is that Nigeria is not going to get ahead, because the only thing you can have is what you have as people be. That's the honest truth. Like, I have looked at Nigeria as a contrast. Say, no, this country, because what they only do for you, they will constantly tell you that they have created this mentality, even at the local level. They have created these things very well, because once you push on the federal level with electricity, they push it on the local level. They create whatever you call it. I can't remember the name of the language I want to use now, right? But they use it very well at the local level right now, right? Even at the local election, like they want to go for assembly, they will do it tribalism. Yeah, they have already determined this thing very, very well at the local level, while the national level is ethnicity. It is to that level. So it's not going to change, because people are now becoming conscious about who they are. Whether you're a Catholic, even as a Christian, it's a different thing entirely that you can say you are a Catholic, or you're a winner, or a redeemer, or whatever it is. Christ is no longer the center of it all. It is the denomination that you are, determining where you are going to right now. This is where we are in Nigeria, right? Because politicians understand that we're actually developing, so they will actually look for how to bring this thing away from you. And this is my conclusion. If you see any Yoruba person supporting Obi today, I don't like to you, I heard the person very well. Because he has every reason not to support Obi and play along with family people and all those things. Because Nigeria will make it to affect him to be better as a Nigerian. But the psychological fulfillment that you have, that you the person that is president of Nigeria, or governor of your state, or local government chairman of your people, person representing you one way or the other, is from your place. Even though that person is not working anything for you as a person, making your life better, but the person is from your place, the psychological fulfillment you have, and all that. So that's why the kind of policies we play in Nigeria, no matter how educated it seems or appears to be like we have as a people, that's the policy going to tell us who we are. And sometimes who we are is stronger than anything we have accomplished in anything. So that's why it seems as if we're not going to make progress as a society. That's what is truth. That's my personal opinion. Because if people have to play that kind of policy like Tinubu is playing, like people will play today, right? It will remove that principle that will make some of us to give our children to be. We'll give our children the name that we want to give. On top of the story about Peter Obi, that will negate the values and the principle that he stands for. And that's a big deal. And that's what Nigeria is. So the people for him not to do so, go and negate his principle, whatever it is. And him not to do so, first of all, him trying to do so will negate that thing. And not to do so will not make it to win election. Because Nigeria is a country where those states have to make it to win election. You have to identify by what you are. Obi came to Amechi came to the election and said he's a Catholic, he's this. Obi is a Catholic, but Obi cannot say that is what Amechi said. Obi cannot even say that this is my faith. Because if Obi say it, they will not interpret it again. That is Obi saying it this way. They will interpret it differently. Right? They completely take it away from what it is. Obi said it was a Catholic church during the election. And he told them that the church, take by your country. Till today, people say it's an ethnic or religious language that we use. And that was not even his mistake. Obi just was in a gathering of Catholic people. And he told them, this is what it is for me. You have to take back your country. Nigeria, take back your country. Church, take back your country. People took it from another perspective to where it is today. So it's just difficult for Peter Obi as a person to do anything different from what it is. And also, that's what it is for me as a person. So my conclusion is that Nigeria will get ahead the way we are actually conscious about it. We want to do it, and maybe we live in other parts of the world. Many people that live abroad actually sponsor this narrative of ethnic jingoism, religious extremism. They do it very well, right? Many people I know. I have a friend who is in California. He married from another part of the world, and when they were fighting a woman, a man from Oyo State who was running for governor under PDP, and the man was married an Igbo woman. And they said, oh, because he married an Igbo woman, they will not support him. That the former governor of Ondo State married an Igbo woman, whatever it is, and Igbo person killed the husband. So this one will kill the husband too. Igbo people, whatever it is. Now my friend is in California. He has children who are from California. He has a wife that is not in Nigeria. This guy was on Twitter here, arguing, fighting that they should not make that man governor. They should not support that man because he married an Igbo woman. I mean, I've started with him in California, then the party, me, him, and his wife. And I know that I asked the wife question about where she from. Are you a Nigerian person? She said no. And I asked him, and I called him on phone. I said, Baba, please, like you hear when they talk that time. He said yes. I said, but your wife is not in Nigeria. He said yes. That's Igbo woman. Say you don't trust the Igbo woman to marry a Yoruba person to do that. This way we are in Nigeria. So somebody can be experiencing the same thing with you. I'm being supporting that same thing against you. You wonder where the thought is coming from. Like, somebody can be experiencing that same thing. Like life is not getting better for you, or life is getting better for you, or that same peculiar circumstances that the man that from your state came from or experiencing. Somebody can be experiencing that same thing and still be fighting it in support of it. That's where we are in Nigeria. Somebody can be going through poverty. He will not be able to eat. You will stop supporting Tinubu. You wonder why is he doing this thing? There's no reason. It can be any fulfillment for any reason. Psychological fulfillment for any reason. He has not eaten. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't know where the next meal will come from. They will support people that are putting in trouble. This is where we are. Thank you so much, Mr. Tudo. God bless you.
Well said, well said, well said. Thank you very much. Oh boy. All right. We are still here, guys. What is really going on? So we're just going around Nigeria and talking about the issues. Yeah, I agree with you. I wish Peter Obi can play dirty sometimes. But then he won't be Peter Obi, right? he will be someone else. Yeah, Nigeria is a tough country, and these people are determined to. The president said all is fair in politics. That was the point I was attacking before they yanked me off of it. My point was that can somebody get in the head of people and let him understand that he is supposed to govern? I don't think he got his job description manual. This man, he's always running for something in his head. That is his default mindset. Even as he don't enter the seat, it's not about governance. It's about, like you're talking to bishops. These are not politicians by any stretch. This is not a meeting with Nentawe Uwada, the guy, Gandola, or any of the urchins there. You know, this is bishops. I mean, bishops. Everyone you just calm down with bishops. This is not the time to fight. you're just supposed to be like, your eminences or your my lords, whatever the fuck they call them. I have heard you, and I appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule as men of the cloth to come see me. And I'm going to sit down with my team, and we're going to go over some of your recommendations. I thank you for your time today. That is how you talk. That is how you talk. You don't say, I'm not going to lay down a red carpet for you. I'm not, all is fine in politics. That is a scary statement coming from the guy who is currently occupying the seat. That is very scary. This man is saying he's willing to do anything to get reelected. 2027 is not going to be a joke. It is the fight for our lives. Egbe are you still there? Or no?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, welcome. Go ahead.
Good evening to everyone on the space. Looking at the topic, looking at the topic.
It looks like you're in a noisy
Your
place.
phone
Your
don't dey
background.
go. Your phone is going away.
Yeah, it's
Time
going in
for
and
waste.
out.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the background is not. Okay, she's still
Now,
here.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Go ahead.
So just looking at the topic, what is really going on? A lot is going on, right? I mean, I came online and I'm beginning to see, packaged breads everywhere. They tried the bread model in the state. It worked perfectly fine, and it appears that we're going to be eating more bread as the election approaches. That's where I see the conflict. Youths line up and chasing celebrity, asking them to bless them, right? And then finding another set of Nigerians in their usual manner rather, going to serve petrol, right? And if you ask those people now, they will tell you see Tinubu till 2031. I'm getting ready to see a lot of divers that will come up from Osun State. Like we are wasting talent. So instead of catching ball for different maybe like Arsenal, Man U, and the rest of them, now bread they busy they catch for Yoruba land. That's what Tinubu and Co has turned the people to bread divers and bread catchers, goalkeepers, keeping bread instead of goals. It's quite unfortunate that this is where Nigeria is currently seated, and a lot of people have not yet woken up to the damage that these politicians are actually doing to us. I'm seeing Ojuzo Kalu saying Tinubu should forgive looters, right? And in my thinking, if not China, they will kill you. Like you ought to be on the other side of life. But what do we get? We see people who loot what they don't even need. I mean, I see one video where we see money where then stock for somewhere don't rotten. Meanwhile, you have people who are dying of hunger in this very same country. If they say they begin search the places where they stash funds, don't be surprised. You still find the old 10 naira notes, the old 20 naira note that politicians have stashed in different places. And it tells you the kind of politicians. And on the other side, you look at the kind of Nigerians we have, right? People who are willing to risk their life for nothing. They're ready to stand for road, go serve fuel, carry iron buckets, they go serve fuel, we from tanker we fall, or from tanker where they leak. That's your average Nigerian. But tell those same set of people to come out and protest against the government. They will tell you, see, they will shoot them. We can't stand their bullet. They go tear gas cells and stuff like that. But it is quite unfortunate that this is where we currently are. And I think this question is expedient. Like Nigerians, what is really going on? Right? In a local balance, you see Shana like they did. You're looking at everything that is currently playing out in Nigeria. You as the average Nigerian ought to be tired. If at this point in time you are not mentally exhausted with the things we see play out on a daily basis, then they're supposed to admit you somewhere. because it only takes an insane person not to realize the damage and level of degradation that is currently going on in Nigeria. Nigeria will make you question your sanity. And at some point in time, you just need to like even go away safe for your own sake, for your, just to keep your sanity intact. You just need to, sometimes excuse internet spaces, may you no go craze, because that's where the country is actually driving a whole lot of people to. And it's quite unfortunate where you see Nigerians are not really interested in, whatever is going on in Nigeria. It's quite unfortunate when I interact with people and they don't seem interested in, either voting or, they don't even have the mindset that, something can actually be done about the situation of Nigeria. It's quite appalling, right? When you find that people want to just go in a club. The music that they talk about in a club, every day in a club for here. People grooving, and you wonder, like, are these guys actually thinking about what is going on in the country until they bust club one day, spray people, they kidnap people before these guys realize that these things are actually closer than we can think of or imagine. But yeah, that's where the country currently is, and life and chance is giving Nigeria another opportunity to right the wrongs of 2023. We all know what played out in this country. We all witnessed it. But the question is, are we going to allow what happened in 2023 happen again? Knowing fully well that we pay with blood, right? This time around, it will be in tens of thousands. Maybe we still dey see am say the numbers are not that large, 200 killed in one day, 500 adopted somewhere, it's not that large. We can't for this country. Maybe that's a way of even helping the population cut down. But it's going to get crazier if Bola Ahmed Tinubu manages to escape with us into 2027. That's the worst thing that can happen to Nigeria if a Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes back again. Because, in all honesty, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not shown mercy or taking pity on Nigerians in hope of, even coming back for a second term. We've seen wickedness firsthand from the APC. The only APC I see say, the government is not afraid to actually come back to ask for votes again. So they do whatever they want. Others, they pretend. Yeah. They at least pretend, say, in their first term, try to do one or two good here and there. Then when they come back in second term, they show you who they actually. But the APC has shown us from Buhari first tenure to his second tenure to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's first tenure. It's the same thing. They show you their cards right from the very beginning. They show you nothing but hardship. They show you nothing but insecurity. They show you nothing but wastages, right? And they do this thing with impunity. They do it and they carry and stamp your face, asking you what can you do about it. In whole corruption cases, they know they lie about them, right? During the days of PDP, you want to struggle to say, not true that they talk, not lie that they talk. But the APC made corruption so easy. They tell us this snake they swallow money, and they tell us to just swallow it hook, line, and sinker. And just like Belele will always say, they don't want you to remember their wrong, right? That and say APC. No, they want you to remember the wrong things they did as the right thing. So they want to force it down your throat that yeah, you have to accept these lies and accept us for who we are. But the question is, are we not actually tired of seeing these things play out on daily basis, from fake agencies to fake institutions, fake contractors, fake certificates, fake prophets, and fake bishops and everything. We've seen everything. Like, Nigeria cannot be worse than what it currently is. But the truth is that it can actually get worse if we don't do something about people. If you don't encourage the next person around you to start voting, if you don't start having these conversations around who to vote for, and not just about who to vote for, the person to vote for is PO. It must rescue this dying nation. That's the reality that we are currently facing. Just like you have said, we have a lot to fight for because we actually have a lot that are currently on the line. if a Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs it back. We can't. We're not going to tell the story finish. Maybe by then, gathering of spaces to even have conversation will be, difficult. They never ban Twitter by then, right? Everybody go there inside their house, they cry. If you even come and cry, say they slap you on top, say, how dare you even cry that you're hungry or something. That's where it's going to get. A whole lot of Nigerians need to actually get the picture clearer that if Bola Ahmed Tinubu come back, he go bloody die, and nobody is going to escape it, right? Those where they are abroad, just live there forever. Don't even think of setting your foot back in Nigeria because that might be your last. Is that a country we want for ourselves? A country where people are afraid to come back home because you setting foot in your country might actually be your end. We've had stories of people who spent 30, 40, 50 years abroad, and the very first time they decided, let me touch down home. If a happy trigger policeman no shoot them, kidnappers they one side carry them, and that's their end. This is not a country. Any person where they look other countries, even other small African country, can actually see that Nigeria is not currently home. You can't call this home because Nigeria is eating up our own in every facet and directions you can think of. Nigeria is actually eating up our own. Nigeria is messing with our mentality, and we cannot continue as a. If for whatever reason you have to born pikin and you're inside this Nigeria, then your head is not correct because you cannot afford to hand over Nigeria like this to the generations to come. You are giving them, debt on a platter. That's what Nigeria has actually become. So it is time for everybody to come out, irrespective of your tribe, your religion, to fight for survival of humanity, survival of earth called Nigeria. If country to call home, then we must all come together and root out the APC from every level of governance. It's supposed to be like a revolution that will sweep away these guys, like something like maybe volcanic eruption that will take away these guys, and let's just have a new beginning. It will take time to actually build this country or to fix the rot that these guys have actually brought upon us over time. Because no area, no aspect of Nigeria is actually spared, but it is doable, right? It is actually these are things we can do as people if we decide to actually make something work in this country. I dey talk now, I dey see person wey dey laugh. I wan check the person profile, make I know wetin dey funny about the conversation or the things wey we dey talk, because it is quite unfortunate that when we have serious conversations, people throwing laughing emojis as if the pain in
Who they
Nigeria.
laugh?
No, this one wey dey here, Stephen or so,
Now APC,
right? Wey
now APC person will be. I don't even see the person.
dey because it is
Oh,
only this.
Stephania Ome.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then because sometimes it's quite annoying, right? When you talk about serious issues that should make somebody cry, and somebody is busy throwing laughing emoji, a complaint, right? It irritates me if I'm not seeing something funny and you're throwing laughing emojis when people are busy dying, countries busy, going through hell. Nigeria is currently at its worst and we must do everything to rescue this dying nation. It's just 5 months away, right? 5 months to determine either make it completely. So let every Nigerian, have their hands on deck, get ready to fight, get ready to war. Like I said, see this APC. Now then Bible we talk say,
Oh, I
for
see.
flesh and blood.
Maybe.
But I guess yeah.
Yeah, I know why the Stephania person. It's one of those. I'm assuming Stephania Ome. That's an Igbo name.
No, I
The
don't think
Ome.
that's
I'm looking at the Ome last name. Ome. Omeh. Well, a causery Peter of this will tell you where the person is alive. Now those either either he has she actually a lady, either she has corn in her pocket or she's misled, thinking Atiku is as. But go ahead. She has no relevance here.
So, back to what I was saying. You see, now this APC, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and wickedness in high places. If you think you've seen wickedness in high places before, if you've never seen them, just look at the APC.
Hey, babes, hold on. Stephania, what's your issue?
Yeah, let me. Hello, how you doing?
We're good.
Anyway, I'm not laughing. The thing was when you said volcano or something of that nature. So I'm like, the thing just kind of sound funny. You understand? But I'm not trying to say that what you're saying is
I see.
funny. No.
Okay. Are you on Igbo? Did I say right?
Yeah, I'm on Igbo. Yeah, I'm Igbo. I think everywhere is seeing things like I'm not.
Bluetooth disconnect. Bluetooth connected.
When things change, you change your mind. You understand that kind of a thing?
You are literally attacking Peter Obi here.
Because I just wanted us to win something. No, let me tell you something. Let's
Go
be
ahead.
honest.
I'm listening.
Let's be honest. So, when some people complain, they act like they're the only one who feels the pain. I feel the pain too. I live abroad, yes, but guess what? I spend more money than I used to. Because the more people are struggling, the more phone calls coming in. So every Nigerian that live abroad is suffering. It's not just the ones at home. So now, during that period, I'm looking at it. All I'm looking at is not about will he become president. I just want him to do something. That's all I was looking at.
And you think that he is best. Why do you think that Peter Obi needs Atiku? Or to be second?
Because because the thing was during that period, I didn't want because the vote, you have to understand that Atiku's vote and Obi's vote they are almost sharing the same vote. So once it's split, that was how Tinubu got into the office.
Why are you giving that admonition to Peter Obi instead of Atiku? Why are you not giving it to Atiku?
Why am I giving it? Because Atiku cannot be vice president. He can't.
And whose business is that? I don't understand your argument.
No,
like
but
how is
listen,
that any of my business if you cannot be vice president anymore?
I have right to open my own. That's it. And let me tell you, when you are supporting any candidate, you should be looking into whether is this person winnable? Can this person win?
So Peter Obi cannot win. So Peter Obi cannot win.
I'm not saying you are putting words into my mouth, but the fact is that is that person going to win? I'm not going to just vote somebody for voting.
So
yes,
you
know that somebody.
Stephania. In other words, you don't believe that Peter Obi can win without.
No, that was then. I'm not saying. Okay, did you read the tweet that I made this year when I started telling?
I mean, I can go down the list if you have time. I'm just shocked that while we were here fighting. I'm not even Igbo, and I'm fighting for Peter Obi. You are here attacking Peter Obi, and then you made it so personal that you will never again support anybody.
Okay, you are showing tweets that I've made almost like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when you make the tweet. This was just last year.
And it doesn't even matter. I have my right to say what I want to say. But don't tell me what I need to say and what I don't need to say. That's another thing.
Now it's coming out. Yeah, now you are owning it. I like that. Don't try to dance around it. Just own it.
But the thing is, it's not about supporting good people. It's not about supporting good person. good person is good, but is that person gonna win? How is he gonna win? What are the strategies? What are the strategies? This is why.
It feels like I'm hearing article people. Article
Question
people.
for her.
Article people are here. They don't enter this place.
I no longer support Atiku anymore. I supported
Here's the
him.
question. She's
Okay, I
saying
see.
that she does not want to support anyone who can win an election. That's what I'm hearing. So the question for her: do you believe that Peter Obi won in 2023?
I don't know, man. I don't know
You don't know.
because you know. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
You don't know. You don't know,
Let
man.
me tell
You
you
don't
something.
know.
She did not support.
You don't know, man.
She did not listen. She did not support Peter Obi.
You don't know, man. So let me tell you what I know.
You didn't. You didn't. Your post says otherwise.
Doctor,
Your
hold on.
post
Why
says
are you
otherwise.
whispering now? Please.
My baby this.
You have to understand.
Hold on.
Yes,
Stephania.
hold on, man.
Please let me give another one. Please let me give another one. Stephania.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Hold on, Mabia. This is very serious. It is a very serious something. Hold on. There's a quote I want to read that I think give me just 1 second here. Just 1 second. I like this one. Stephanie, I like this one.
Go ahead.
So this one says this one hits right home. Okay. He said that anyone who is, give me 1 second. Anyone that says Peter Obi or nothing, Chris, is APC agent, and that is agent of darkness.
Let me
Jesus!
Okay, when was the date? What is the date?
Hold on. Oh, you want the date on the receipt?
What the
Let
date?
me put the date on the receipt. Let me put the date on the receipt.
You have to understand that as the economy is changing and things are changing, I'm changing too. You understand what I mean? Like, you have to understand, I'm looking for a way. I just want Tinubu to be gone. That's all. I'm looking for a way, anyhow, let's get this man out of the office. That's all. And my thing is, I'm looking at it that we are sharing votes. You understand? Atiku and Obi is sharing
hold on. Do you understand how you're contradicting yourself? You
What
see,
am I
on one hand, you want Tinubu to be gone, but you have a problem with phrase that wants Tinubu to be gone. So how on one hand you want Tinubu to be gone, but you have a problem with Peter Obi on the other? Like, let me tell you, you speak for yourself. Let me tell you, man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You are not like another Peter Obi support. You sound like someone who's just like, how do you say that? It's not an opportunity. As a word, that's what you are, right? Because look, you could make that post. Like, who even made you the arbitrage to say that we will never vote for anyone on Anambra again?
Well, listen, Chris. I have right to make any post I want.
Hold on, Chris. Tanya, wow, you have been very consistently consistent.
I have a right to make any post I want.
All right. So speaking of right, hold on. Speaking of your right to make any post,
yeah,
I want you people to advise Peter Obi to not run for president in 2027. If you actually want this bigotry to reduce drastically, the goal here is to make sure Tinubu does not win 2027.
Who wrote that?
Your sound shit. We are echoing.
I can hear Tudo.
Yeah,
I can hear Tudo. Tudo is not echoing. Chris is your problem. Tudo is not echoing. I can hear.
I want you to advise them. And in the end, you said all South and South should team up and support Atiku. You even tag the man.
Okay.
You tag that.
But you refuse to pull the tweet where
I'm not done. Support Atiku 2027. Any candidate that attempts to run for presidency from the Southeast or South is just making Tinubu to win. Okay. Go start saving money that you will donate to Atiku's campaign. Jesus!
Listen, but okay, you chose to you decided to select. You are selecting tweets that fit your narrative, to pin me right here, right now.
You tweeted those things. I didn't write them.
Yes,
you wrote
I did.
them.
I did. You deny. I'm not a liar. I just want somebody to win, but the person has to show me that he's going to win, and we have to be realistic. That's another thing. You understand? I love people, brother.
Sorry, Stephanie, sorry. How has Atiku shown you that they can win the 2026 election? Can you tell us how Atiku has shown you that? Hold on.
Let me tell you.
Yes, Stephanie, at the time you made that post, how did Atiku convince you that he can win the election?
You know, because I was looking at it this way. Atiku has been a vice president twice, so I believe based on that, I'm not very great in.
Are you aware,
right?
Atiku? Are you aware Atiku contested in 2019 and lost, and in 2023 he also contested and lost?
I'm not
just the way Peter Obi lost.
How
did he convince you? No. Hold on, please. How did you are talking of the I'm telling you the most recent history of Atiku. You are talking of the 1999 and 2003 history of Atiku. Now I'm telling you from the most recent history of Atiku, combined with the tweet you made in 2026. How did Atiku convince you that he could win the 2027 election that made you say Peter Obi should not run? I want to know the reason behind that.
Since 1993. Defend myself, right?
No, we are focusing on the please, we are focusing on the recent. No, we are focusing on the recent history. The last 2 rounds of the presidency that he lost. We are focusing on that.
You know why? Because Atiku, and it still boils down to the same thing I said. Atiku and Obi is sharing almost the same votes. They are sharing the same people. So now, when Obi runs, hold on, share the same vote.
Stephanie, that statement, Atiku and Obi are sharing the same vote. It's a statement designed to make every Nigerian think in one direction, and it is the most ridiculous thing that has been used to socially engineer the brain of Nigerians. Atiku and Obi, listen, Atiku and Obi do not have any vote they are sharing. They don't have any vote they are sharing. Humans will make their decision. People will vote for whoever they wish to vote for. Nobody is sharing anybody's vote.
That's theory. It's not in reality.
That is not theory. That is reality. That is reality because Obi won't vote across the country.
Okay.
What now makes you think the vote?
Okay, since we want Obi to win, okay. Where is the campaign money? Where is the PR? Where is the
Has campaign started? Where is Atiku's campaign?
Sorry, Dr. No verse. So, Stephanie, you said that was 2055, right? I just checked through your timeline. I was actually coming up here to defend you, to say, okay, 2026, what is now happening? Have you started promoting Peter Obi, supporting good Nigeria? But I searched. In there, I didn't see. So who are you supporting now?
Malam, you don't even.
Sorry, and that's why I also picked up the mic. Sorry, guys, because I know her on this street, and I'm surprised that she's just digging her. She's continuing to dig this hole. She was an ardent, and look, and that's why I picked up the mic to defend her, right? She was an ardent PDP supporter, like from way back. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So what she should have just said is yes, in 2022/23.
That's why I said. That's why I initially said he did not support Obi in 2023. I said it already. She didn't exactly. I don't know why she's dancing around.
And there,
exactly, she's dancing around.
And then doing like the right, with most PDP people that moved to whatever that party is, she was still, flying the article like, hey, article will be ticket and all that. And then because I know her on the street, I'm not sure what happened, but there was a sudden switch. And she started attacking Atiku and switched to Obi. And this is what I was expecting her to say all this while. That
rumor has it that the funds dried up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what happened. Or maybe she fell out with her party people, or maybe the reality dawned on her.
Ain't nobody giving me. Nobody
So
giving me
I'm not.
phone. I'm a
No,
network
I didn't say
engineer.
that.
I'm
And
a
that's
so
why I picked up the mic. So, Stefania, have I said anything out of place? Because that is your
no.
trajectory.
Listen.
So
Nobody.
you could have just said, hey, you know what? I was a PDP girl. I was
Listen.
followed by PDP, and then I started supporting
Listen.
PDP. Because I know there was even a tweet you tweeted about Atiku, and you said something like, the audacity of Atiku to want to still run for campaign when his people are slaughtering Nigeria. Something like that.
Listen.
Did you not tweet that? So you should have
Okay,
said,
hold
you know
on.
what? I used to support him before,
Hold
and
on.
I stopped.
Can I
But
say something?
where is Obi's campaign office? Where is the PR people?
Okay. Can I say something? You were saying that my pockets are dried. Nobody's giving
No,
me.
I didn't say that. I
Okay,
didn't say
nobody.
that.
Okay,
No,
I
I was
just
born
want to
that
make it.
day. I said, rumor,
Don't
Ehuru
put that
Brady
on me.
told
I'm
us.
just
Okay,
saying.
I
Ehuru
just
Brady
want
told us that
Sorry.
campaign funds were tied up.
I just want to
Yeah,
make it straight that listen, I make so much money. I'm a network engineer. I'm even an expert. I design networks, so I don't need any of those politicians all their money. I'm free. You understand what I mean? Nobody pays
And
me.
you're right, because you often say that in your tweets.
Yeah,
that's why
I make money.
I didn't go. I didn't go through the.
I'm not
Is it true or false?
I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire.
Okay,
You have nothing to prove to anyone
who are you
here.
supporting
I know
now?
you are okay.
Huh?
But was I wrong when I said you used to support PDP and then
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm a PDP. Like I love PDP, right? Because you know I'm
That's
from
what you
Enugu.
should have just said.
Yes,
No,
I'm.
but you were just being defensive. You have nothing to prove to no one.
I'm a Enugu person. You understand that kind of thing? I came from Uji local government. I'm a Enugu. You know we love PDP right from day one. You understand what I mean? So I've been always.
Stefania, no vex. See, the problem I have with Nigerians is that we enjoy Stockholm Syndrome. If I quiz you to ask you why you love PDP, I am sure you cannot really point to something that made you love PDP, even as an adult. Because based on based on what we all know right now, right?
Yeah.
Because many of us grew up because PDP brought us into this dispensation that we are in. And many of us felt, okay, it is the closest thing to a political party that we know, and we all rode along. But after several years of messing up the country, I do not think any Nigerians should say they love PDP, no matter what, because yes, they were better, their government was better compared to APC, but it was not what we deserved. Because they are the one that laid the foundation for the mess that we are in today. If PDP did the right thing, exactly. So why are you still? Hold on, just to conclude, right? Why are you still latching on to I love PDP even in 2023, despite all they did to the country?
Listen,
it's wrong.
I'm not.
It is wrong.
You guys are getting upset for I don't know why you're getting upset, right?
No, don't say that. Nobody. Don't say that.
Don't Stefania.
Stefania.
Every Nigerian has the right to be upset because even
you know I'm upset.
You were complaining on.
Is it because I'm laughing?
Exactly. I'm telling you. No, Chris, hold on. Stefania, even you on this page said the money you send home every month to support people is almost choking your life out of you. Exactly. So why you say we are upset? Everybody has to be upset. Everybody has to be upset.
Hold on. Okay, so let me read the last 3 tweets on Atiku. And Stefania, I'm surprised you don't even know how to defend yourself. That I'm even up here defending you.
Thank you.
It's just that I don't want them. I don't want them to leave.
You don't want them to
because
me.
I know. I know. I don't know you on this street. I'm kind of familiar with your trajectory and your growth. Okay, so June 3rd, you said the audacity for Atiku to be running for president when his kinsmen are hunting Nigerians like a game. June 2nd, you said if Tinubu wins, blame Atiku and Goodluck Jonathan. These two men are the biggest obstacles to Nigerian survival. 90% of Nigerians will not survive another 4 years of Tinubu's regime. May 31st, Atiku's boys are working for Tinubu, which is why they are only attacking Peter Obi. And then the last tweet I'm going to read is May 31st. Peter Obi is the only spotless candidate that is capable of defeating Tinubu. Atiku needs to step down. So what you should have said is, yes, I'm a PDP girl from like way back. I supported Atiku in 2022 up until the coalition. But after a while, I sat down and analyzed everything. And I'm like, you know what? This guy is he's too selfish, he's too
Today, why are you I don't understand. Why are you
Tudo, I came up to say you guys should please settle it. She's now supporting Obi. I beg you, I know she's not supporting Obi. Leave her.
Because I haven't seen one tweet about Obi.
Leave her. She go dance around. She always dance around, but now she did Obi. Leave her.
I will do that so that you don't have to.
Thank you, today.
Wow.
Who has made the matter? No be matter where they fight about.
You try and be opening your mouth and be defending yourself. Like,
yeah.
You know, send your sentences.
On all this pro bono work, where they go on for here. Wow.
For don't go J. Stephania for don't go J. Stephania for don't go J. Chidi, thank you. Chidi.
Stephania, you can't tell us you know, say we've been Stephania.
Yeah, so with this few points of mine,
no, you have not been to anybody.
But yeah,
Stephania, one more question.
Yeah.
Do you know
people are making important
hold on, Chidi, hold on. Now we start to be or not, you call us devil of darkness.
The devil, the agent of darkness. Child. He has repented. That one touch me. That one touch me. That one touch me.
I was just trying to get some rest, and then Ebwe said volcano or something. I busted out laughing. You know, I wasn't even...
but when people are making submissions, you know, especially if they're not intending money, don't throw, because it will make them seem like, oh, what am I saying?
Yeah, but you know, like it wasn't like
to you.
Yeah, I wasn't laughing at her or anything. But volcano just
why I felt the need to come. Sorry, why I felt the need to come up and I wouldn't say defend you, but I know that even when Obi left that party, you were one of those people that crashed out. Your 5 stages of grief was epic. You know, I used to just go to your profile. At the point, I wanted to reach out to you to say, you need a hug? Are you okay? You know, so for them to now think you are still there, I was like, no.
You guys don't know her. She can be very emotional. And she can be up and down. She can be very, very up and down.
Tudo, no check your DM. Tudo, only check DM when we send you.
You know, they got me for inside DM.
Dr. O, calm down. No, Stephen, we are here to protect you. We are here to protect you.
Me and Stephanie.
Tudo, what are you doing with
Tudo, why you meet us?
Tudo, what the fuck?
Why you meeting us? Tudo, respect.
What the fuck? All of you should go and sleep now, I think. I was enjoying Stephania cooking.
Tudo, what's going on, man?
No, Tudo, me and Stephanie, we were mutuals, right? But I knew she was not a Peter Obi support. That's why I immediately told you he didn't support Peter Obi 2023. So, but anyway, let's just like. But Stephania, the only part where you for touch my kidney, touch my kidney is me. I be staunch Peter Obi or nothing. I
was like that.
Touch my kidney by calling me. You by calling me an agent of darkness. You called me an agent of darkness.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Stephania, let me add. Stephania, let me say this.
Yeah.
Right? So I think, and look, it's for everyone, right? Maybe me, Sarah, I make that mistake sometimes. You know, before you make a post, maybe read it over and over again. You know, words could cut sharper than sword. So saying that we never vote for anybody from Anambra, I think that house. Those were, strong words. And it doesn't make
sense. I used to give her virtual hugs.
For you to understand Stephania is a mother. Just not talk as well. I had the skin 100%. When I leave out now, she did it now. Stephania, go to work with us.
You know, they go to the extreme. It's either it's either very hot or very cold. So whatever
Stefana,
is
she
in the
dey
past,
swing from extreme
please
to extreme.
forgive.
Oh. She don't get
I
me
don't
the one
understand
when I
why
leave
you
am
people
na
don't
our
letting
own.
her speak for herself.
Because
Oh,
it's
No,
not
no, no,
gonna
no.
be
We don't
all
want
of
cause.
us.
We don't
Because
want
she's not
cause
doing a
issues
good
here.
job
We don't want
defending
cause
herself.
issues.
So.
Now we are building camp. We are building camp. We need numbers. Stefana, stay with
See,
us.
Stefania,
Make
your
we
all of
work
culture
with
is
us,
very
us.
see,
strong. Oh.
all of
Stefania,
us want
culture is very
Nigeria
strong.
that work. We all want Nigeria to work. Because if Nigeria work, I won't be
Anyways,
walking
welcome
like
home.
a donkey here. You understand that kind of thing? I walk like Jackie here. You understand? If Nigeria is
Welcome
working
home.
well, I will stay home, stay close to family members, stay close to my classmates, stay close to everybody. Not the one where if some of your friends are sick, you can't even go to see them because they are far away. You understand? You lose family members, some of them get sick, you can't even go to hospital. There's so many things that we living abroad are missing, which is not right. But because we have to run away, you understand? So when people act like as if we are laughing or like we don't feel the pain, I don't think they are being real because we are missing a whole lot, especially the ones where they home. You day home, you are close to your classmates, you are close to all your family members. When somebody's sick, you go to hospital, go see that person. We don't have that luxury of going to hospital to see somebody. We can only send money. Money can only do just something, but that little human interaction, your loved one when they are sick. You were like when my sister had surgery, I had to be on the phone, like worrying, that kind of a thing. Even if it's something you can just drive for like 1 hour and go to see the person, that's different than even flying all these 18 hours, 20 hours. So it's affecting every one of us because we all run away. Nobody should be leaving their country, going to somewhere else and be begging for visa, begging for green card, begging for citizenship. Sometimes they say they're going to denaturalize you, threats. You think anybody likes stuff like that? You understand that kind of thing? Let's not see it like there are people who love Nigeria to be messed up, unless we have some, and they must be sadists if they think it's okay for Nigeria to be run because they are in America or whatever. But if you have shame, if you have sense of shame, you know as a black person that we should have a country whereby they can say, okay, this country is a black nation that is functioning to a standard. We have never had that type of country. And as a black person, we should still be striving for something like that. That for anybody to respect us as a race, we have to show them that we have something equal. And that's why when we experience some of this racism or all those stuff, I tell people, see, it's what you bring. People respect you based on what you have and what you can do. Until we start, building our own nation to be up to standard, then people will start respecting us. So I'm not against anybody who will fix the country. I really want that Nigeria. Even sometimes I even advocate for Biafra. Even I advocate for countries to divide into smaller pieces so that it might be little, manageable. 3 states can make a country. Maybe that can help to manage the country. Maybe we can manage that whole big country. Maybe one person can manage it. So sometimes I feel like pieces might be better. So all these things, I don't know, man. But I'm just trying to say that I'm not laughing at anything because it's not like I'm wealthy or something of that nature. And if I'm wealthy living in America, I would be so ashamed of myself. Because as a wealthy person, you should be living in your own country. You should be living where you are born. That's what having pride means. That's why when I'm looking at all these black folks from Nigeria living in all these wealthy black folks, they're living in Monaco, living all these places, they lack shame. They lack shame. You should be living in your own country if you are wealthy. It's because we don't have shame. That's why you see people bragging about living in abroad. We shouldn't even be bragging. We should be hiding somehow. Hiding, make your small kids go home. That's how it's because we don't have that shame. That's why you see even our leaders having no shame, sending their children to another man's country because they don't have any shame.
You will never see a white man from America sending their children to another country to go school or going to another country for medical treatment. You know, you see Russia. Russia survived even every attack. Everybody have attacked them. Their president has never gone to any other country for medical treatment. He's in Russia. He's in Russia for everything. You know, but because most of us, black people, it's like we don't even have shame. When we start establishing having that shame, that's when we start building our country. So for the fact we don't have that shame, we're not going anywhere. We need to start being ashamed of living our own country in somewhere else. We start from there. If we don't establish that type of thing, we are not going to grow anywhere. When we keep celebrating living abroad, they will say you see 7 children, 7 siblings. One is in Australia, one is in Canada, the other one in UK, the other one. You know, that thing is a bad thing. That thing is very bad. People, the whole family scattered all over the world. That's the consequence of bad governance. That's the consequence that we are all bearing. A lot of us are bearing it. Some of us are, like really, really going through it. Some are depressed. Some already running mad here. So all these are brought. Some people have mental problems.
All right, let's take other speakers. But so I think you're yeah, Egbe, hold on. Stephania, your fellow comrade came to lucky you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Don't thank me, thank them. For some reason, they all stepped up.
And thank Judy. Is it Judy?
Thank you, Stephania. Virtual house. I'm in a much better mental
Hey, listen. Sometimes I want my Biafra.
Your first stages of
I'm surprised you guys even read any of my tweets that talk about Biafra.
Well, I saw that one. I just chose not to go there. I saw that one. But now you are all in for people. Just so we are clear. Stephania.
Huh?
You're all in for Peter Obi, right?
Well, I'm 80%.
Eh?
I need Peter Obi to take care.
Give me back my hug. Give me back my hug.
Oh yeah.
Take Stephania down. I was expecting her to say she's 1,000% right now.
I want him to come and meet Trump. I want him to come and meet our
Drop her.
Stephania, yeah.
If you like say when I just get this Stephania.
No, go and write. We don't need us to leave out. This is believers conference. Believers convention we are doing here. We don't need unbelievers now. Jesus said to cast them out. Cast out the unbelievers. We just cast them out. That's what the Bible says. We don't unequally is bad for us. As the Bible says, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. What accord has he that believeth with an infidel? We don't want infidels here.
Can you imagine God calling his own creation infidels and
go and blame.
Kai.
The Holy Book.
All right, Egbe, speed it up.
You see they call her Holy Book. They call you infidel. They call her Holy Book.
The Holy Book. The Holy Book.
So, where were we? Egbe, yeah, go ahead, and then we'll take the new guys. Egbe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, finish your submission, and then we'll take the other.
Yeah, let me put Stephania for spotlight. I guess I always hate that, emojis, especially if I'm not saying something funny. So I think we're begging her. Just kind of, and beware, right? If I say something funny, that's different. But if I'm expressing feelings, no laughing emojis, make no go for spotlight.
In my experience, we are, everybody knows, we know the ebb and flow of it. when it's time to laugh, we'll laugh. When somebody says something funny, we'll laugh. But when we are drilling down on the serious issues of Nigeria, anybody that laughs, you can know they are trying to water down. That is the only reason they do that. So that they're trying to, so they keep going up this just non-stop. That way, people on the stage are distracted by what the shenanigans they're pulling, and they will not listen to what you are saying. We know the game. We know it. All of you listen to that on this place. Don't that fire on them. Egbe is continuing.
Yeah. So no, I just put that one out there, right? Because I don't know. My eyes is always moving when they drop. Depending on them, I actually be on the spotlight to get roasted like they come with massive roast. So away from that, right? In rounding up, APC, they are the principalities and powers. You have to rest come January 2027. And every Nigerian should get ready to fight, the fight of their life, because what happens in 2027 decide if you will go extinct or you remain as in Nigeria. So take that serious, right? And the battle line has been run, rice versus your life, right? APC at least your rice on the table, they don't even have bread now. You might end up seeing Tinubu come January 16, 2027. But yeah, on the other hand, it's your life, right? So weigh both of them and decide which is more important. Your life or rights, and choose what you feel your life is worth. I'll give you here for now. Thank you. I'm done now. Can anyone hear me?
All right, we can hear you. Who is next?
I'll go down to listeners. We talk about your friend, your best friend, the coordinating minister of economy.
That nigga.
And his capital gain tax. I will come up with
that guy has no clue what he's talking about. He has no clue what he's talking about. He's ignorant. Chidera, then Amara. Chidera, go ahead. Chidera, are you there? Amara, are you there? Amara.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, actually came up when Stephanie was. I didn't hear a part of it. I think along the line when they started defending her, I started seeing just a person like me as well. Because at some point I was tired of talking about Nigeria. Honestly, Nigeria has done a lot of us. We don't see the country succeed, but thinking about it, what options do we have? Looking at it, Peter Obi is an option, and it's a solid option. I agree with you 100%, and that's why people like us want to try away to see. Maybe we didn't make the right choice when we were talking about splitting the country. It'd be light at the end of the tunnel if we decide to tow a different path. Yeah, Peter Obi, he's actually gem. He's a human. In fact, while I've digging into a lot of things he did during his tenure as a governor, I know a lot I benefited from me though, because the company he helped in establishing, which is one of the companies that pays, very well in Anambra State. I happen to work there, and I'm grateful he actually brought in that company. He didn't. Maybe some of us wouldn't have had that opportunity, Not only that, we had friends who testify about his support while they were going to school. Family members who spoke about giving their school. I think he was saying something about there was a time he came to the school, brought a prefect, had to speak, give them their number, so, and then I bought them laptops. The school started having monthly review. Every time they will have a review, they kept changing teachers until people started sitting. Not only that, healthcare as well. There are some teaching schools, teaching hospitals. He helped in completing, and then nursing school as well. Donated, built their hostels, gave them facilities. So, if you have someone that has got Nigeria, is patriotic, is a visionary leader, someone who knows where he's going, who is talented. His talent is not the type of Tinubu talent of poetry and confusion. I think that man is confused. Both the people in APC, they are all confused. Well, let me not talk about him. It doesn't matter in the scheme of things. Shouldn't be talking about him. He's a nuisance. He's just lucky that he got power and then he's drunk over it, pissing over Nigerians and pissing on their head. That's what he's doing. Pissing on everybody, pissing on the economy.
Is it just me or is Amara still talking? Can anyone hear me?
I can't hear him.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you, but I can't hear
Yeah, let me take the baton from him in the spirit of the Commonwealth game. We're running the day here. Amara, look, you were onto something there. We have to talk about people. But I don't want to talk about Peter Obi because we have one president and it's not Peter Obi. Our president is Tinubu, not my president. But the president.
Your president.
No, I mean,
your president. I don't use the keyword. He's in Aso Rock. Somebody in Aso Rock. A man in Aso Rock. That's what I call him.
The seat, right? So let me put it there. That's why we hold him.
But he's unworthy. He's unworthy to be called that word.
Of course,
he's
unworthy. We know that.
That's it. So the best thing you can say, the person is Aso Villa.
I don't get stressed.
No, it is better. It is better because for you to be called Your Excellency, the path that takes you there must be excellent. Those are the words of Peter Obi.
Whatever you think of him, he was the one that placed his hand on you. Was it on the Quran or something like that? And he was the one that was sworn in by the Chief Justice. It wasn't you, it wasn't me, it wasn't. So that's the issue. Eagle Square is going to happen again. And it's this guy that stands in front of the whole world at that Eagle Square. I guess that is the guy that is going to march into that building and go and be there for the next 4 years. So that's the guy I'm talking about. Whatever you call that guy, that's the guy I'm talking about. And I'm saying that instead of APC people trying to divert us to talk about Peter Obi, no, we know who Peter Obi is and what he represents. Why don't we talk about the man who is currently occupying the villa and who is charged with the responsibility of changing our fortunes and making our lives better? All he has offered us is hopeless hope. It is hopelessness that this man has offered us, right? Stephania, where is she at? I dropped. Okay, I see you on the listener there. Fania, look, you are one of those people I was talking about earlier on the space. And I want you to hear me because I don't have a problem with it myself. You are one of those Igbos. Those Igbos, those people from the Southeast. I know you don't live in the country. You are naive. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you're making 10 figures. Okay? And everything that you're saying here on this space. You are very naive. You are here as an Igbo person telling me that you are not supporting Peter Obi 100%. And that makes sense to you? That makes sense to you? In the Nigeria that we're talking about, if you know anything, if you have any remote sense, you should be saying our local. That is what you should be saying, Stephania. Our local. It is our turn. What is it about you guys? And always trying to Analysis paralysis, the worry now. It is very, very simple. Are you a Nigerian? Are people from the Southeast Nigerians? Are you Nigerian? Or you are only good for second class? I mean, we are making fun and jokes and shit, but your tweets are very disturbing. I don't care what anybody tells me. You felt the need to place Peter Obi second to Atiku. Why? Why? No, why didn't you say, Atiku, do what you must to support Obi? The Peter Obi or nothing gang that you are attacking as agent of the darkness, we were saying that. We were so bodacious, unapologetic about it. Peter Obi or nothing, God damn it. And in the end, we were right, because when Peter Obi came out of the coalition, that was exactly what he wrote. From the day one that he entered that coalition, he said they were treated with disdain, him and his team, like second class. He had respect for all of them. He mentioned them by name, thanks all of them. But he says since day one, the door was shut in their face. What is it about you people always wanting to be second class in Nigeria? When are you going to wake up? God damn it. When are you going to fucking wake up? Other regions think of themselves first. Yes. Only Igbos have been nationalistic in their thinking since day one in the history of Nigeria. In the history, anyone that disagrees with me, you are an idiot and you don't know the history of Nigeria. You need to go back and go and study Nigeria's history. Political leaders from the Southeast have always been nationalistic in their thinking, even when they vote against their own interest, in the spirit of national interest. And in 2026, you are here. And I'm listening to you, I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, you know, I'm from Enugu. We've always been PDP. Is this what we're talking about? Like, is this what we are talking about? This is serious. Are you concerned that in 2026, Stefania, a man as brilliant, as visionary as Peter Obi is being asked about 1966? He's being asked to apologize for 1966, something that he was a child when it happened, Stefania. Peter Obi was about 6 years old. 1961, he was born. 1966, the coup happened. He was barely 6 years old. And in 2026, somebody still feels the need to tie it to that story. What does that tell you? It's not the first, and it's not going to be the last. People like you should be using your influence, all that money when you make for Yankee, be using it to change the narrative. Have you thought about your children? Tomorrow, your children might want to run for office in Nigeria or the highest office in the land. Have you thought about children that we are giving back to in the Southeast today, in 2026? Which means, fast forward to in the future, one idiotic journalist asking that child, can we trust you? I want you to look into that camera and tell the people of the North if you can trust you.
An idiotic journalist like KJ Okinbaloye
I called him out.
in the future to
I called him and I tagged his ass.
Stupid Shane Okinbaloye.
This man devoted to this nonsense. I am not saying the history is nonsense. Nigeria is not ready to confront that history. One day, maybe in our lifetime, maybe not, we will have to contend with that history. Every nation, right, that goes through a rough patch, a dark moment, there comes a time we must come together and have a conversation, right? I used America as an example. America just turned 250 years this July. 250 years of this constitutional, democracy, right? Which was an experiment at the time in 1770, early 1770 something. The Civil War became a global war, of the Revolutionary War, and then the rest is history. And right in the middle of that Civil War, 1776 July, in Philadelphia. The patriots came together and declared right in the middle of city because they had to fight their own fellow countrymen who did not believe in the vision of the patriots. So you have the patriots, and then you have the loyalists. The loyalist camp wanted, I've told this story many times. The loyalist camp wanted to stay with the King of England. They couldn't imagine a new world order where we could be self-governed, self-determination, where you don't have the king dictating. They are saying the king is not special. He's just one of us. Why is he across the pond? Dictating our lives, taxation without representation, all of those things, right? And then they had to fight their own fellow countrymen. So right in the middle of that, 1776, they went to declare independence. We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed with certain unalienable rights by their creator. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And then the war continued. And then by 1779, they got the support of France, support of Spain. Boom! That was a game changer. That was a game changer. What am I saying, Stefania? You should not be talking like this in 2026 with everything that you know about Nigeria. You should stand tall and say, you must make this man, whatever it will take, the Southeast deserve it. Do you know what that does to the psyche of a child that is coming from the Southeast? Representation means something. It means everything. When that child sees, like when Obama became president, man, do you know what that does to the psyche of a black child to say, man, Obama is even half black, but hey, in America, he's black, fully black. Wow, that's amazing. Up until Obama became president, right? All the comedians, all the jokes, like, something will happen before a black man becomes president. Even Tupac talked about it back in the 90s. You know, something with the sky will fall before a black man. All those jokes, all those statements, you don't hear them again. They don't disappear. Because one man did it. And when Kamala showed up as a nominee of a major political party, the Democrat Party, I mean, young black girls, you know what it did to their psyche? Wow, Kamala. You know, Rose, I was living in San Francisco when Kamala was rounding off her term as Attorney General, right? And then she went from San Francisco. She became California Attorney General. And then she became Senator from California. And then she was tapped, you know, to become Vice President, right? So, sorry, a candidate of the party. I think that's trajectory. So my point is that this is something that, and in all those positions, by the way, you don't, it's going to be, they have to vote for you. From Attorney General of the city to the state, these are offices that people line up to vote for. And then you go to Senator, they line up to vote for you. And then you go all the way to become, you know, the party's nominee. So you see the trajectory of the woman, and the day she was announced as a nominee, I mean, it was COVID time, but then you see the celebration, you see parents going with their young girls, their young black girls, you know, with the mask and everything, but telling them that, look at that, you can be that person. It is possible. My point here is this: when Peter Obi was asked about healing by Sheung said, is the healing possible or something like that? Peter Obi said, healing starts with me. Healing starts with me. I will heal this nation. Symbolically, what that means is, if you want this conversation to end, Peter Obi must be president. That is the only way to kill it. So that when Peter Obi becomes president, and the next time, if all of you that are saying, where is that now? How can anyone say, it doesn't mean that him being president will solve all the problems, but I'm talking low-hanging fruit, right? That's what I'm talking about. I am saying in the spirit of fairness, in the spirit of equity, you know, we're not begging. But we're saying that if you really care about Nigeria, about the sacrosanct unity of our country, then an Igbo person, Peter Obi, must be the next president of Nigeria. I'm not the only one to say it. Several elder statesmen in Nigeria, even from the north, have said it. Come on. From the north, they have said it. That, come on. It's about fucking time. And I have Igbos here coming here to overanalyze. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, where is the thing? Whatever issue you think the campaign has, why don't you channel your mind and your support? Join groups, join forces with those. There are people working hard. I'm here just screaming on this. There are people behind the scenes who don't come to the space. Are they perfect? No. I mean, do they make mistakes? Absolutely. Why don't you, that money when they make, bring it, support them, help them. Let your brain juice be flowing towards, let's make this happen. That is how you should be thinking. Don't look at inefficiency. Come in and say, how can I help? How can I help to make this happen? Say, I don't know. Where is the campaign manager? Where is the campaign strategy? Where is the article? I mean, the article, okay, you say it's last year, 2 years ago, whatever. And now I'm asking you, where is the support? You say, I don't know, 80%. You should not be talking like that. You must own Peter Obi. For the sake of your children, for the sake of your unborn children, you must own him. He is yours. He is from your region. That is his base. The same way other regions own their own. What will they happen now? Southeast, be selfish for once in the history of this country. You have always cared about everybody. You have always carried everybody on your shoulder. You've always cared about national interest. For the first time, can you be selfish? Can you be selfish? Peter Obi will never say this. The campaign will never say this. But we will say it here. We will say it because it must be said. So my appeal to all of you Igbos out there that are still dilly-dally, that are still, if you are getting paid, I understand that. It's a job. You are a political jobber. Shame on you, fuck you, but do what you must. Because the bills are not going to pay themselves, right? But if you are not getting paid for it, for campaign, let me speak like Tinubu. The campaign of calumny. Tinubu likes that word so much. I don't know, he's upset. The campaign of calumny that you are launching at Peter Obi, you are not being paid to do it. What is your reason? Is it self-hate? Is it that you don't see finish? What is the big deal about himself? It can happen when somebody is from your place. You respect outsiders more. It's human nature. You respect somebody far away more than your own because you don't see your own finish. Is that what it is? Look at Nigeria and be practical. And I'm saying that forget the analysis paralysis, stop slicing and dicing it, keep it simple. Ẹ̀yin ló kàn, Igbos ló kàn. It is time for you. It is time for you because you belong in this country. And one way to kill that toxic, poisonous narrative of trust is for Peter Obi to become president. Now, it doesn't solve the problem of the Civil War because there are people still alive today who are still carrying scars from that war, emotionally, psychologically, physically. Maybe one day we'll confront that issue. But for now, keep it simple. And the campaign we must get out the vote in the Southeast region. We have done the math here. 18, roughly 20 million voting age out of the entire population of almost 40. And all we got was 19, 15, 13, under 2 million last time. Now, that was the number that was awarded. I'm curious. But how many multiples are we going to adjust that number to get to the real number? What was the actual number before they gave us 19? So for us to have a fighting chance, 1.9 million. So for us to have a fighting chance, we must overwhelm all their rigging, shenanigans, all the structural things that they're going to pull. So let us come out. Let us come out en masse and own Peter Obi, because that is his base. We know he's going to win Peter Obi. I'm sorry, he's going to win the region. But my argument is by how much? By how much? If you can get a half, according to that math Dr. O was doing, 18 million, if you can get a 9 million, just 9 million from the region, and then we can go fight for 25%, we will still win other states, but we can still go fight for 25% of that region. Overwhelmingly, right there, popular vote belongs to us. From the Southeast alone, if we can get 9 million, let's say the Reagan, I mean, it will give us a fighting chance, and we work assiduously to defend those votes. That is what your brain juice should be aligning towards. How to make it happen. Not to say, I don't know. There is something that has been beaten into us. When something has happened for so long, that we don't believe that change is possible. And that's why some of you yourself in that your tweet, you said that the famous line, it will ruin your chances in the South. That is a lie from the pit of hell, right? If at all hell exists. That is a lie from the pit of hell. That Peter will be challenging the system and choosing to engage in the political process as a candidate, a presidential candidate. You somehow believe that will ruin your chances, right? That will ruin your chances. I find that very, very shocking. I find it very, very shocking. Please, I'm begging you, Stephania and the likes of you out there, please go back. Don't be naive. Wake up. Wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. It is time. We are at war here, and this war is against the Southeast. There are certain people in Nigeria who will continue to beat that piñata of ethnic profiling. They have chosen to cast aspersions on an entire region and to treat them as fucking second class. That is why, if you don't stop that shit, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, somebody will be asking a child that was born this year, last year, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe the child will be 50, 60 at the time, and somebody will still have the audacity to say, can we trust you? That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm done.
Thank you for making the our look on argument again, or any look onto the Igbos argument. I will make the merit argument like I did before, and I will say to Igbos, you are not just supporting Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man. Any sensible Nigerian should be supporting Peter Obi because he's the cleanest of the politicians that we have around right now, contesting for the #1 position in the land. I do not like cliches in Nigeria because they engineer us to the extent that we don't live in reality anymore. We don't see the truth and say it. One of the cliches that Nigerians throw around, which we have made on this space, or said on this space, is that Peter Obi is not a saint. Bro, Peter Obi is a saint.
No, I meant
Peter Obi.
We were saying like a priest. You know how to say a priest?
Potatoes.
Because we're talking about
potatoes.
So I'm saying
yes,
not father on Nayeka. So in the political arena, it's not father on Nayeka. So all we're saying is that when you look at the field, right, nobody else comes close to Peter Obi. That was the argument that was being made at the time. But continue.
Yes, I agree. And I am saying Peter Obi is a saint. In the Nigerian political space today, Peter Obi is a saint. Amongst the governors from 1999 until now, you could count your finger of how many do not have EFCC case or files submitted to EFCC that have been swept under the rug. You could count your fingers, and the only one that comes to mind is Peter Obi so far. I would like to have a list of those governors from 1999 that do not have EFCC case in the Nigerian political settings. I would like to have a list of governors since 1999 who can beat their hands on their chest and say, if you find a place where they said I stole 1 naira when I was in office, I will vanish from the political space. There is none. How can you say that man is not a saint? I would like to have a governor, a list of governors since 1999 who would say, I rejected the pension schemes. I rejected pension scheme for governor because I said I don't need it. Peter Obi did it. I would like to have a governor, a list of governors since 1999 who said I rejected land and who has evidence of rejection of land, either in Abuja or in Lagos, provided for by the state. And when I say I need a list of those governors, the criminal in Aso Rock today will not make that list. Of all the metrics I've taken, the criminal in Aso Rock who was once a governor in Lagos State would not make that list. So what are we talking about? Peter Obi is a saint. And in terms of merit, and if you have any morals as a human being, as a Nigerian, no matter the religion you belong to and whatever you preach, if you have any morals, if you have any iota of integrity, you should see Peter Obi as the man you aspire to become as a Nigerian, number one, and two, the man that is only worthy to lead that country today. Because in every strata of our society, in every moral code, in every moral criteria you want to touch on, Peter Obi checks it all. Unlike the other two criminals, that are hell-bent on destroying Nigeria now and the future. So, as an Igbo man that you are, or an Igbo woman that you are, which I am not, you should be proud that you are not just supporting Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man, you are supporting the best of the best across the zones, across the states, across the tribe in Nigeria today. Because I know 90% of Igbos will never line up behind Chimaroku Namani. 90% will not line up behind David Mike. 90% will not line up behind Rochas. 90% will not line up behind Buruburu. Okezekpe Azu, what's his name? Ogunanyida's Buruburu. The one rotting in the UK today. What's it called? The one that was former speaker. 90% of Igbos will not line behind Hope Uzodinjo because you people know those people are reprobates from your ethnic group and they are the worst of the worst from your ethnic group. But you have the star, the one that any tribe, even those people insulting Peter Obi online, wish Peter Obi is from their tribe. Even those. Thank you for reminding me that name. Even those who are vehemently against Peter Obi today, go and check the history of what they said about that same man. They eulogized him. They praised him until they were bought over. Many of them, online and offline, they admire him. They wish their children would be like that man. But because they don't have morals, they don't have integrity, their pocket is what matters and their bellies is what matters. They come online on TV and they cast aspersions and they say all nonsense against Peter Obi. So again, as an Igbo person, you have no right. You have no right, no reason to say you are not standing behind Peter Obi. Because apart from the fact that he's an Igbo man, in the political space today, he's the best of the best. Anybody you can pick out, he's the best of the best. So if a man that could conquer greed as a governor with all his antecedents and all he has established and achieved in both private and public life, that man should be accepted by all across the country. Unfortunately, we have a morally deficient and decayed society. But we must fight to change it, because all we need is just one good leader. All we need is one good leader. We don't need a lifetime. We need just one good leader. And if you doubt it, if you were old enough to experience Yar'Adua, just 2 years of Yar'Adua, you would know that all we need is one good leader to change the fortunes of the country. Just so you remember, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, only one president has reversed fuel price, and that person was Yar'Adua. Only one president has told Nigerians, the process that brought me in was very bad. I will do everything to change it. And he started the electoral law until these criminals, these animals in government, turned everything around under Buhari and now under Tinubu. So all the gains of the 2 years of Yar'Adua, these animals changed it all and they turned it around. So my dear, wherever you are from in Nigeria, and especially the Igbos, you have no reason not to stand behind Peter Obi. Because just one leader we need in our lifetime to change the fortunes of our country. Our country is too blessed to be led by reprobates, criminals, people who do not even have WAEC, cannot pass WAEC, like the idiot in my state called Monday D7. People who cannot become gate men in sane societies. People who you cannot point to their primary school or secondary school, who are so corrupt, they are so corrupt and so useless and so wicked that they have looted their past, our present, and our future. Nigeria needs just one leader to change that history. And that leader, as of now, at this moment, in this current political dispensation, that leader is Peter Obi, not Atiku, not Tinubu. Enough of the criminals we have in government. All we need is just one clean leader, and we have that opportunity of a lifetime to change the trajectory of our country and keep it safe. You might be living abroad, you are safe, but think about the children that are in captivity. The ones in Borno, I think we are forgetting about them already. Nobody is talking about the 50-something children. The ones in Kebbi who were kidnapped in the YX Center, nobody is talking about them anymore. I've forgotten. Those are people's children. They are human beings like you. They are human beings like you. We need to change the fortunes of our society, of our country. We deserve better, because Nigeria is a lovely place that we all should be proud of. But these criminals have come to ruin it all for us. And lastly, I will say, the blame has from Obasanjo. If they had curbed the Tinubu menace of today, if Atiku had curbed the Tinubu menace of 1999, the way they curbed the Salisu Buhari forgery scandal, maybe we would not be here today. Tinubu would not have been back to the political space. But they allowed that criminal to grow, and now he has become a bigger problem, a bigger bone on our necks. But we can end it by 2027. We will end it. I believe so. Thank you.
Dr. O, ladies and gentlemen, God damn it. That's what's up. Anyways, Stephania, keep coming to our space. You will soon repent.
Bluetooth connect.
Sure you guys.
Trying to build your online business.
Malam. Where is Malam? He dropped. 1 second, guys. I see Gavin. Hold on, Gavin. I see P-Dom too. Making a hold on. Anyways, welcome, guys. I'm still here. We're still here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute. Stand together. Okay, movement. From the streets to the post, we rise again. I feel this jam, we love it pretend. Nobody else makes sense. Doctor, oh, actually, I agree with you.
Different paths, but the same one goal to rebuild the nation and heal the soul. Don't be noise, not action. We need for every hustle. From the market to the schools, we cry. Better leadership, them try to divide us by tribe and tongue. But the youth don't want to do stuff. No more hope for me to hold us. Stand in the future, we the track. Every region deserves the best. No, they look name, we they look man. Who gon' really help you come on, man? That's key and all the guys stand as one, no shame. Now people power go in this game. From the streets to Lagos, from the local hills to Abuja. This is right, I don't live so strong. This is the people's freedom song. Because we are partying side by side. 2026. Standing full of that. This alliance don't be by chance.
Trust as what?
Trust for what? What result to everybody go share? Job security, there's a life not just from before, yes, I could try. Imagine a nation where truly works, where leaders have no heat, where young minds speak dream and grow, and every other begin control. Electric lights, education, complete healthcare.
Do you hope that we change that country?
If you believe it, raise your voice.
All of you APC motherfuckers here, let me talk to you for a second. I swear to God, this nigga tagging me here. What the fuck? El Chapo or Belush? Is he El Chapo? Yeah. Motherfucker. Who let it down? I think I give a fuck about you tagging me and shit. I don't even go into Daru, say, or go into Daru. Eh? Yoruba people say, Igbo re, Honore, Igbo ye gola makorilo. I want to da for going. Nonsense.
Joe, play music, Joe. Don't mind those yeah people.
No, for real, I don't understand. One man, he's talking like a visionary. He's saying, give me 4 years. 4 years is all I need to turn the ship of state in the right direction. 4 years. The other one, the guy that is sitting in the villa now, he's saying, all is fair in politics. You think I'm going to spread the red carpet for you? And some people are supporting that one. The one that is talking like that. Hey!
Hey, but that day, you remember that day that was actually cussing them out now? Tudo, you remember that day that I was so angry? Yeah? That I said, okay, even if you cannot support him, stop lying against him. Stop pushing this useless propaganda that people that don't know him will push. You that you are supposed to be his brother. Eh? Why should you do this? There's no how your child will be so bad and you just not chase the child for a lion to kill. That is how they say it in my own place. Your child is still your child. Eh? Why would you do this? And they were able to in his face, saying the kind of lies that they're going to lie against him, especially in the north. His brothers. Eh? Somebody that calls himself Tony and Tony, I don't know what that type of doctor that one is. Tony and Onyeka, whatever his name is. Eh? That day I was so angry on their space. Don't do this to your brother. Like you said, Tony, Trudeau, everybody is doing a Miloko. Look at these people, these useless Bono and Ronu people. They want to kill themselves because of this person that doesn't even know certificate. That is more like a ghost to us. We don't know where it's come from. Nobody has identified with him. No primary school, no secondary school. It's only BSc from somewhere that we don't know. From a college that they've filled their comment sections with 2022 and 2023. Eh? Some people can kill themselves because of that non-entity that we have there that calls himself whatever they call it. Look at stupid people, Pono people that went to UK and they were dancing sheepishly and stupidly there after collecting £500, £300 that they gave all of them. Eh? And they keep telling you how many you share the baby. And now the idea has even shocked. Now the leg is on their leg, it's not even on the butt again. and they are still willing. Some of the stupid people are still willing to vote for this person, and you have this one in your own place. You can't even cherish him. I'm not even saying cherish him. Everybody cannot love him. Everybody cannot love him. Figures are not equal. But don't spoil him. Leave him the way he is. Don't push propaganda. Don't lie against him. Do not say you are not telling me that something from bad belly people that they did not allow them to meet when it was
I don't understand.
and not pushing this thing.
An ego person.
Yes, I'm giving you democracy. I say Anambra. You know, my own is Anambra. Anambra, I am beating your chest against your brother. Your own brother.
They are hosting this to attack Peter Obi, right? In Nigeria.
Your brother.
In Nigeria. I say these people are stupid. You are naive.
Honestly, it's very annoying.
You don't understand Nigeria.
Don't even send. All of you cannot be for him. But don't lie against him. Don't push propaganda. The thing that somebody that does not know him will do, you are not supposed to be found doing it. The best thing you can do is to keep quiet. They say mad person get for a family. Now, when you won't kill him, you do something, you know that mad person has family. That is what you have been hearing. Not for these people. How much are they giving you? What are you doing? Don't do that. Your blood is still your blood. Your blood is thicker than water. This one still belongs to you. You're not supposed to love him, but leave him the way he is. Don't damage him. Don't join the people that are chorusing the lie that they are doing and the propaganda they are pushing against him. Look at the way the Northerners are pushing back concerning that thing that they said he gave them ID card. And stupid people from Anambra will be the one that will be talking about that one. Stupid Anambra people will be talking that he did not do anything. He did not conduct local government election. When this man has explained what happened, that the election was not conducted, he did not pay. The poverty level was this. None of them. Stupid people will not say anything about the computer that he gave. They will not say anything about that bridge that they said the man constructed. They will not say nothing about that maybe 4 lane, maybe 6 lane, maybe 5 lane that the man constructed. Stupid people, they will not say that one. It is people that are disgusted that he took food from their mouth that did not allow them to prosper on the state's money. Those are the ones that they be following. And that lady too will sit down there and say, I have my proof, I have my proof. It is not me that is saying it, is Aladra people that is saying that is posting it. Why would they say it? Why would they post it? When they took the bottle from their mouth. And the people that he gave ambulances to, they say some of the ambulances are still there in Anambra. They are not seeing that one. And the way you have manipulated Grok and whatever, GPT, you still put it there today. The best governor in Nigeria, it is him that will pop up. You people cannot do anything about that. Unfortunately for you, you don't have power on top of the internet or whatever. You cannot erase it. It is there, it is there. And the man has put his name in the sound of time, written his name in gold. And the lives that he has touched, going all over the place, giving his own personal money. We don't want you to appreciate him, but don't spoil him. Leave him the way he is for us. Stop pushing on useless propaganda. One of them even said that he's going to go to the north and let them interpret and speak to them and lie against your brother. You are wicked. They don't need to look for the devil. They don't need to look for Satan. It is you against your brother. Everybody knows where they have come from. Me, I'm Yoruba girl. I'm proudly Yoruba. Omoluabi. Just like Peter Obi is Omoluabi. I'm not a Kono or Ronu person. Don't inside my DM. It's not now today that you people have been accusing me. I don't mind. If I call me, go shooting me. I use all the abuses that you give to me. I use it to use what is this thing called? Aloe vera. I use it to rub my body, baby oil on it, and I'll be shining. Stupid people. What is this? You cannot see what the man has done. People don't have any right to just diminish all the things he has done. And he keeps going about, doing his thing and minding his business. Somebody is telling me now that this person is more eloquent than Bishop Obi. The man is not gifted in this kind of speech, but his action shows that he loves people, he has compassion, and he has integrity. He left money, he walked away from money. He said to somebody, he said, the money that I have taken, nobody will ask me about it, but I left it and I walked away. That is somebody that has integrity. This was all of them that are out there. The money they're supposed to use to work for the people, they are stealing it. Look at that Dr. O's gutter working G7 went to Osun to be bouncing and be talking rubbish on the microphone. He was stranded in traffic there on the road to his place. He couldn't go home. Shame, catch me for you, Dr. O, with that thing that you call governor. He went to Osun, two people who have road though. He does not have road to go to his house. I saw the thing on TL today. I was shaking my head. What nonsense? When you not talk, they tell you it's politics. You have useless people there. That's why good people should come out and let us repair this our country. We left it for so long for these people. And that's why I said, anybody that is 40 down, you did not enjoy anything in Nigeria. That is when the mad people just entered the asylum and took over the asylum. In 1999, nobody was looking at them and looking at what they were doing. And corruption has now torn us apart. Right? Bottomless pits that they put us. Now we want to put ladder there and start climbing out gradually. And you people will not allow us to do it. No. God personal. We are going to come out, we are going to vote. We will vote and we will protect our vote. That's why I don't want anybody to bring any negative energy to any space I'm at. This man can be defeated. He built Lagos, he built Lagos. Why is the Lagos? What is carrying them up there? What are we talking about? You build Lagos, everywhere in Lagos is smelling. But before you talk about our Lagos, what useless Lagos? And you do not have any development in your Lagos. If you don't have the simple support in Lagos, what are you going to have in Lagos? You're not going to be a share. Nonsense. I'm sorry.
No, man, do not apologize. That was badass, ladies and gentlemen, on the show. All right, let's take Duke. Duke, of people are there. Here you see. Duke, how far?
My leader, sir. I'm still loyal. I want a minute. What let them be one that I want it.
Oh, God have mercy. Evening, good day, everyone. All protocol, I've been listening, even though I keep going in and out. So, I think, mommy, I don't want us to stress ourselves, right? And I'm going to say this because I will give an example. I attended an event today, and for a few people that are close, they know about the event, and it was an event of, Nigerians, like close to 100, 120 Nigerians there, all professionals. They were Nigerians from all over the world, from the US, every part of Europe, from Dubai, some from the event was in Scotland, so many people from England and from Germany were there. And so before I continue, I just want to say cheers to the director of diaspora in the OK movement, in person of Kuala with Open Oracle. Massive work doing now. You see that, they see him for speaker section again. You guys don't give them work. So massive work, lot of building in place now. So Tudo, you need to get, after my speech, you need to give him a lot of work going on. So just for us to be in a very, very good place going into campaign and then going into 2026 election. So that being said, so the event was an amazing one. We've been there since 9 o'clock in the morning, and we spoke to lot. I spoke to lot. Today was yesterday, right? It was the first time since 2022 that I was in a gathering of more than 100 Nigerians, right? From different tribes, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, everyone were there. In fact, APC Abike Dabiri was there today. Deputy Governor of Lagos State.
Sorry, what was the event about?
So the associations of
in the UK,
engineers in the whole world.
In the whole world.
The diaspora, yeah. Okay. But people from Nigeria came actually. There were people from Maiduguri, Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, Abuja. Like it was jammed packed. Amazing events. Cheers to shout out to the organizers. And so we're there to represent our leaders there today. And why am I saying this is that we spoke to so many Nigerians today. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, the gospel message of Mr. Peter Obi and the UK movement and Alaji, Alaji Marabi Konkoso. And I think the reality, I think most times now, I think what we should do, I don't know how we're going to do it, maybe from this group, we need to start sending people outside in the reality on ground. And when I think we've spent so much time on X that we tend to forget what is actually happening on ground, right? Because I met people that actually flew from Nigeria. These are made men. I mean, for you to fly to the event was so it ended yesterday, but was for a week in one of the universities in the UK, and events that has Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Abike Dabiri was there, Commissioner of I think work in Lagos State, media teams, all those people those who cannot even get close to, they were all there today. And we spoke to so many Nigerians. That's where I'm going. I mean, Nigerians from different tribes. I mean, different backgrounds today. Today, I feel that if we actually work hard, if we all dedicate more of our time on outside of X, I think it would be would be more easier to convince people for the OK movement. I'm not talking about convincing people that most of them, we don't even need to tell them what PO has done, because forget what those guys are doing online. Their noise is not going anywhere. Because the person who represented Kwankwaso today came like Grace Kwankwasia, and most people people came to us and they were like, of course, Amana, and you could feel it. This is, I mean, I'm talking about an event where it was practically an APC event, not like an APC event, but you could see the whole thing was, you could see so many APC when you have commissioners, deputy governors, that is like, we may not be named as an APC event, but you see all these tickets there, you would know that, of course, an APC event. People are talking about incoming governor already, who happens to be Hamzat. People are calling him incoming governor in Lagos State, which is, of course, almost political season. But my point is this: I personally, and I'm being sincere again, spoke to more than 20. I mean, I just want to give number 20 Nigerians today, and I'm specific when I talk about different types. My chair, where of course where I sat on today, had several persons on that chair round table, and I personally on that table, I think I was talking to him a few minutes ago, and we were talking about the odd giving him what we are doing, and we were able to convince 6 out of 7, right? No, so 5 out of 7, because I'm number 6. So one of them could, for reasons, and he stated his own reason, that PO is too good. That was his own reason. PO is too good. PO is too good, and because of that, the evil people in Nigeria will not allow him to win. So that was his own reason why. For now, we still have not. We still got him, and we just need to work on him. So, and then we proceed to the next year. We keep working. So if Obi no go work for you, Kwankwaso will work for you. That was my head today. I was like, you cannot have this much Nigerian, and then I was not there actually selling just one person, because we have a ticket of 2 competent Nigerians. So why should I focus on you? So if you don't want to hear about Obi, immediately I will move you to Kwankwaso. So you cannot. There's no way you are escaping both of them. If you say Obi is too simple, I say Kwankwaso simple. There's no way to come to the last election. One man had that guy, like, then go deal with you. So it was easier. So it's a ticket that I mean, Kwankwaso, when you look at this, you see that he actually compliments you when you want to have proper argument and proper political conversation with people that would that always look for these excuses. So you have so many people from the north today. I mean, PhD students like speaking with people, and people are like, you know what, bring us in, we want to get involved. Like I was like, wow, like so like because I haven't been to Nigeria, right, since after that previous election, right, I just decided that there's nothing to go back to that country for now. But speaking with so many Nigerians today, and then so many Nigerians in the garden, I feel like we just need to get out of this social media out of our head. When campaigns start, the main priority, okay, is to speak to people one-on-one. Like just sell. Like these guys, this is the best market you have. Like you don't. Okay, what was the excuse? Like I said, few people complain about the fact that we did not forgive PO because we did not protest in the last election after Tinubu was declared. And so, like I said, so it's easier to say if that happens now, even if PO wants to talk on, so we're not. So lot of things, right, to help us to get more people. But we get people from, I mean, Bono, Jigawa, saying they would vote for the ticket, and I was really surprised. I was really surprised, and it was an amazing, especially today, but very, very, very amazing. I mean, we were talking to people till like 11 o'clock, 11:30 p.m., 12. No, not 12. Yeah, 12. So, this is just my message to everyone, right? Let them have it. They don't get it. We will not go on the street. We are the one. We have that power. We are all salesmen. We don't sell PO people. We put in 2020. Yes, we will sell him again. And now we are not just selling PO. We are selling a compressor with him. So it's going to be you're going to be able to do it. So don't just those ones. Now their dollar, they're working for their dollar. Which is not bad.
I know. Yeah. I said it. That it's political season. It comes once in 4 years. So let them cash out now. And those that want to japa will japa. Those that will marry wife.
So just once campaign starts, we just have to try to support the people that actually mean well in this movement that can talk to people. If they talk to people with the way Nigeria is going, I mean, I spoke to family that came from Port Harcourt today. I was thinking of even getting them, giving their contact to PO. Like after like an hour, they came back to me and was like, what the F like. So we have work to do. But the good news is we are not just starting from ground zero, right? We have people that actually voted in the last election, right? But for whatever reasons, PO is not in house today, which is good. It happens. So we just need to go out there and teach about the gospel of Mr. Peter Obi in the new Nigeria. Lastly, I will say this. When someone asks me, and it's very funny, we were talking, and when I said I represent, I'm a representative of Mr. Peter Obi, the man looked at me and looked at me like, because most people there, they are elderly people, right? And he looked at me, you. I said yes. And he looked at the other guy, the other man that represents the person, and he also said, you. Yes. He later came back to me. I was like, okay. I think they want to listen now, because when you put that a man, a son of nobody, could actually be somebody, this is a personal testimony, right? So we are living it. We are living the testimony. So we don't, like I said, the life we live sells this candidate, right? We just need to be able to get out, preach the message, preach the gospel, forget this online. The people who would vote offline anyways, and I mean, I made them today, and I made living testimony. So, that's just my message. No stress. We will win. So I feel more confident today than yesterday. Yeah, thank you.
Duke.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
Duke, you people have a lot of work to do. You have to talk to your people up there. This logo is giving me concern. You guys should start using this logo. You cannot be doing things that are going to that export. That you guys still use that old logo. There was a meeting they had with our Lord. They had that other logo. Is it that INEC has told them they can use both of them? We can't afford to have confusion. That's the way Shehu was trying to confuse us with that umbrella that he imported from Ghana. Yeah. You know, some people do it intentionally. So please, let us tell them now. Let us continue to tell them that they should let us use this logo. Anything that they are doing officially, even the handle of the NDC, should use this logo so that people will be conscious of this logo and concerned about the logo. Please. Thank you, Duke. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you.
Fine, all of us appreciate it now. I also appreciate you. So that logo actually, and I think it's a good time. I don't know if I should say it or to those who try to go at the upstairs to talk about it. For the logo issue, I actually have one or two information about it. So okay. There's an issue with the logo, right? And I think you're very close to the answer. There's still no, I don't know if I should. Okay, so
it's okay, Duke. It's okay. I understand you. It's okay.
But the issue, but it's not like it's not a big deal. It's just like I would rather us go on to those audio call, and I would take
that's what I'm saying. It's okay. I understand you now because the way I understand you.
Yeah, but it's not a party. They don't have they don't have issues. So I don't want us to see this as maybe NDC doing it intentionally, right? It's above them, yeah. So
it's okay.
We'll talk about
it. Thank you, Duke. It's okay. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Duke. That was brilliant. Guys, let's have this. Unreleased child from
And I don't want to talk about the pain people around here. But that's why you go back to get this and you know the more talk
ABC motherfucker. Olórí burúkú.
I want to let me say this. So one thing we have, I'm inviting everyone in the UK, right, and in Europe. We have some programs lined up, and so we had an event in Wolverhampton a few days ago on Sunday. I think most people have posted the updates from different newspapers on almost all the newspapers in Nigeria. So we are going to be having series of events in preparation for the election in every part of the UK. So we are going to have, for people close to Sheffield, right? Sheffield is first week of September. We'll be having massive one, right? When I say massive one, we want everyone to be there. We'll be doing the Lord's work. Election is here. we want everyone to be motivated, everyone to be so that we get everyone back to the normal momentum. For people that won't be able to go on, we'll be able to at least tell our families back just exactly what we did in 2022. And we are also, and I will probably come back to give more details about this second one. Or there is going to be a very, very a massive obedient, of course, going to be okay thing because the conference here in the UK also will be attended. That will be in Oxford University in October. So it's going to be from the second year. From the second to, I think it's going to be a week. So for people that cannot meet up in Sheffield in September, of course, we want everyone to be there. We want all of us. I mean, I met beautiful people, good people last Sunday, people that normally hear their voice on X and of course in Google meetings and Zoom calls. So amazing to see everyone to meeting with is always amazing to me. So please come again. Sheffield, first week of September, will be there. Everyone will be there. Sheffield is in Yorkshire. There are a lot of Africans in Yorkshire, so there's no excuse. We should be able to put 100 people there. Then in Oxford will be amazing. Oxford will be amazing. There are a lot of important dimensions that will be there. I would get flyers. Once it's all set, we would have to get the flyers out. But Oxford, all of us will be there. It's going to be a week program. I will personally, maybe not for a week, or maybe 2-3 days, we'll try to be. And to be on hand, so many other people will be there, maybe 1 or 2 days and we can go. Let all of us, if you have friends in the UK, please get involved with the whole thing that is happening now. It was the coming together is massive. Not just to say our beautiful face alone. We have the opportunity to talk about strategy. We have opportunity to also ask for more from each other, from one another. I want to. There are a lot of ways that we can help people on hand. Most especially if you see what this government is doing now, it's very, very difficult for the people to even spend money on politics in Nigeria. To spend money and go see what is happening in Osun State with the EFCC. All right. So, like I said, this will be different from 2022. So there are a lot of applications and stuff that you can put in your money and then get your project done in Nigeria yourself without going through third person. For people to get to that level, right? To that mental state, we all need to come together. All of us need to understand the reason for doing it. And also understand that if we do not do it, this evil government will continue. We are the only one that can remove him, and it has to be collective. All of us need to be together. So, massive 2 months is coming for us, for everyone in the UK, and the program in the UK. Right? Yes. Sorry, we're having another program in Frankfurt for people in Germany. Right? We're having, we have to studio to open this for us to just talk about this event. So there is a big rally in Frankfurt in September. So from that rally, then we'll be having a meet and greet with the obedient leaders in Germany, and there will be painting T-shirts designed and customized. So we are also not just it's not just sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So we're going to have our own hero designed a customized T-shirts that will also be we're selling, right, for people just to also to get more money for to support whatever project we are doing in Nigeria that we intend to do in future. And so for everyone, even in Nigeria, if you want to use this design, we definitely design around just for you to know that these are our own signatures. So it's an exciting time. Yeah. Thank you, Tudo. I'll make you go sleep now.
All right, my man. Thank you, too. Well said. Yeah. Man mounts, man. This is Opus.
Wow, what a go on.
Gabby, hold on. Wait
Come on, these guys are underrated. I swear to God.
My sister composure is on the photo. Oh, yeah. You be love road no more. You be tapioca out of the shop. Yeah, I did.
That's what's up. All right. Where is this brother?
Tudo.
Yes, man. Yes, man. I did.
Share your battery is charged now. Because that time you said your battery has run low. I think Duke has charged your battery a bit now.
Which battery?
For you to wear your boots and put on your boots and let's go to work.
No,
all right?
We've never taken a break. We are resting. We are working.
No. Yes, you have to start working now. You have to be turbocharged.
No.
Okay.
My absence all week. You know, see that job there. You have to show up at 5 a.m. at the bus stop because the boss. So the boss that will come and pick drivers first in the morning, if you're not there at 5 a.m.
So they alone nice. Our princess Lati jail, right?
I mean, the bills are not gonna. Children are not cheap, you know. To have kids are not people. Jesus, nobody told me. I wasn't informed too. In the words of Jonathan. All right, let's continue. We're still here. Let me take a few more speakers here. Hey, Yusuf. No. Sorry, Gavin. They'll come back to you, Yusuf. Gavin, how far?
I was supposed to be next.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you've been off and on and everything. All right, brother.
Yeah.
How are you today? This brother is a trooper, man. All the way in Sokoto State.
I just give Yusuf love because Nigeria so I can sleep.
Yeah.
My brother Gavin is out here. Thank you for giving him preference. My brother Baba Beji, well done. No, thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. We see your hard work, sir. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good. It's morning here. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. I was Harry. Tudo, Dr. O. I want to call you the Hausa name, but I don't get power. See my boss, magnific dude, and my great mother, Mommy Anka, Uncle Colade, my elder brother, Brock. No, Brock, please never marry. I know if you call my elder brother. My younger brother, Chris. Chris, go and marry if you want me to call you my elder brother.
Shots fired, Chris. If I were you, I'd go vex. I'll go and marry tomorrow. I'd go vex.
You people should leave my son alone. Leave him alone. No. Guy, where you? So which kind bazooka you carry come like this now? I don't down for my son. What is that?
Chris, look at you. Married, you know how. Keep it simple. Just don't overcomplicate it. Now, I'm not speaking of the life you're going to live after you decide that decision. That one is a separate discussion entirely. But the actual decision is
call a wedding. Before say
the wedding. The wedding is what I'm talking about. Wedding,
but the marriage after
the marriage life, that one I leave with your God. I leave with your God or whatever you say. But that one no be
don't speaker section. All right, I agree to your.
No greet anybody. Go straight to the point. By the time you reach for you to talk now, your network will vanish. I know. Go straight.
True.
And Chris,
True.
mute your
So
mic. Married men are speaking. You should not be speaking.
This is
You should go ahead.
This is unfair. Please, if I
Doctor,
were you,
what is the
if
meaning
I
of
were
that?
you,
Stop stressing my
if
son.
I
What
were
is
you,
that?
I would grab, I
With
would
your
go and find
D7 governor.
a beautiful
Something you know
young
very
damsel. I'll go and find a beautiful young damsel. Let me say damsel. Yeah. I'll go and find a beautiful young damsel.
Chris has run away. Chris has run away.
Chris, you don't run. No, you stay here. Chris, stay here. Chris, let me speak in James English for you. If I were you, I'll find a young damsel. I'm married.
Please don't mind them, Jared. Don't mind them. Don't dignify their this thing, okay, Chris? Don't mind them. I've answered on your behalf.
Anywhere you find one, when you find that ticket, I give you the permission. Take that anywhere.
Let me talk to you, Chris. The Bible tells.
What did it tell you?
Glory.
You didn't hear anything.
It says, he who finds a wife, God damn it, Ragabosh, finds a good thing and wait for it, and you obtain it favor from the Lord. So, Chris, when you marry,
not be like Remi Tinubu.
So I was at a wedding ceremony, right?
Okay, honorable, off your mic. Let Yusuf talk now.
A friend of mine was getting married. So the preacher was saying, we call it that scripture. He who finds a wife. So the couple, they were standing at the altar and he was preaching them. Find a good thing. And he obtained a favor. So he looked at the brother and said, let me tell you, brother, as from today, as you take this step, when you begin to find favor is pursuing you, don't be surprised. It's because of this step. The guy sitting next to me went, I don't know about that, because it didn't happen to me like that.
all right, Tudo. That was awesome. So it's enjoyable to be with family like this. Down here on the ground, it's busy, and work all around. It's either you're in one meeting or the other. We're busy setting up Sokoto State. We want to make sure Sokoto is like damn hot. And thank God I'm getting the backing of our gubernatorial candidate, Dr. Shamsuddin. He's giving me the support that I wanted. I just need him to just be there answering to the people and giving me the backing I need to be mobilizing. And he has been trying, honestly, because he gives listening ears and to people when they come, and the man is well learned and brain is sharp. So he's good. So he's making the work easier for me. And I'm enjoying it. And thank God for other guys who are trying their best also in their little ways. We're pushing it. My goal now, I have set myself a new goal since I'm done with PVC registration. I want to make sure Peter Obi is as viral as I am looking for something that is, okay, let me say, as viral as Prophet Muhammad is in Sokoto State. Like every ear, every mouth is talking about him between now and October. Then I think Zamfara and Kebbi is cold. It's kind of cold. So by October, when I achieve the target I've set for myself here in Sokoto, I will go to Zamfara and maybe spend 1 or 2 weeks there to give them boost, and go to Kebbi, spend 1 or 2 weeks. So my October may not even be spent in Sokoto. That's my plan. I hope I'm able to. I know I'll meet up because the way I am enjoying the work this time around is far better than 2023, because Peter Obi is more presentable now to people. It's easy, more easily sellable because of how Tinubu has helped us to push Peter Obi's candidacy with the beautiful governance he gave himself by feeding his family and denying every other person food. And so it is good, and we are so far so good. we are doing our best. What the next task I think we're doing, this is to motivate others. When you're talking to other people from your local government, from your state, you can give reference to Sokoto State. The next task ahead of us that is very pressing is moving from local government to local government. Now, there is somebody, a prominent man, I won't mention names, just like during the PVC registration, I wasn't able to be posting our registration activities because Sokoto is very sensitive. If I do mistake and I post the first day of our registration or second day on social media, there is possibility that they will call back the INEC people that are helping us do the registration, or they may even send talks to come and attack us anytime we are doing it at that location, because it's one secret location we got that we're just calling people we know that are for Peter Obi to just come into that place and register. And now I can talk about it because the registration is over. They won't know my next step, but I have it in mind. And after it is done, I'll still come and say it on space. And then we're able to achieve that. And that is a big boost. But now there are people, what we are doing is getting prominent people, most of the people that are well-to-do, people that are influential heads of associations and groups and village meetings, what have you. We're getting the heads among them and bringing them into our camps, and it has been a smooth ride for me so far. Let's just pray that politics don't play out along the way. But anyhow, I want to get a crazy number that will be intimidating. You know, one thing about this politics thing is it's like cultism. When the number on your side is more intimidating, you find people tilting towards that way easier because they know that when they come there, their persons are already there. Whatever you're discussing a common topic. But if it's not like that, people will be shying away. Like, let's say this Peter Obi now that people are talking, he's a Christian, he's a Biafran, he's this. When more Hausa people, prominent people, imams, begin to support him fully with their full chest and coming out to say it out, then you will see that other people that are below will start aligning so easily. So that's the goal now, but we can't mention names. But honestly, professors, imams, pastors, we are getting them in good numbers to our camp, and we'll do better. There is a target I have set, and I will achieve that by God's grace. And but for now, we'll be going around local governments. And one thing that is so disturbing, anybody that can reach out to Peter Obi, or if Trudeau at your level, if you can mobilize it for us, it will be a major boost. I want every local government in Sokoto State to have at least 100 or 200 banners placed all around with Peter Obi, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. At least 100 to 200 banners. Posters should be flying around. I want it to be so projected, like rubbing it on the faces of the people who don't believe we can do it. But just talking, our voices are so limited to how far we can reach.
How much is your,
so I don't know.
For billboards and posters, and, all of them that they like.
Well, we are not working with billboards for now. I know they will charge for billboards, but we know so well that when we place our posters on the walls, they cannot dare touch it. Especially now that we are having people who are indigenous who are supporting us. Here in the north, it's not like the south. If you make any rule, now you go enforce them by yourself. So anything where you see, if you person don't place poster, you know if you go tear them. The maximum you call for meeting, you ahead that time we can discuss. If you didn't see the poster, it don't pass. But I know what they are going to call us for will be billboards, and that one should be left for the campaign organization, campaign council, when they are fully inaugurated, I believe. But posters, A2 size posters and banners are everywhere in Sokoto State. Every party is putting it. And if you like, you can put it and say it's sponsored by so group or so people. Nobody will come and ask you. But when the campaign starts properly, when the candidates will be putting it themselves, then I guess discussions of money will start. But for now, everybody is just hanging his posters and banners in the town. Nobody is paying anybody anything yet. So that's what I know very much. And then I will be talking about the Igbo people. For any Igbo people, any Igbo person that I talk to about Peter Obi, I don't even expect myself, a northerner, to be convincing somebody, an Igbo person, to vote for Peter Obi now. That's madness now. So if I go to an Igbo person, I'm expecting that he's just going to motivate me, like, guy, thank you for all you guys are doing. Oh, please continue, keep it up. But when I reach out to an Igbo person and I hear him being skeptical about Peter Obi's candidacy, I just conclude that this one is a mad person. And by nature, me, I don't talk to mad people because I'm not a mad person. So I'll just tell you, okay, I'll just walk. But to be realistic, there are people like that. Like an Igbo man was telling me that make we just advise Peter Obi, may just if Tinubu may finish second tenure, then in 2031 Peter Obi should come. I told him, just continue supporting your Tinubu, don't worry. I don't even want to try convincing you. But that's the most stupid thing an Igbo person can do at this moment. I'm not saying this like telling Igbo people to be tribalistic or to be bigots or anything, but it's the reality of the day. It's the reality of the day. The Igbos have been marginalized over the years, even though everyone knows that they possess the spirit of excellence. Being it transactional, being it academic, they possess the spirit of excellence. And what if they are allowed to try it out on a national scale? Let us see. And again, I am looking at it from another lens. Even this marginalization can be an advantage to Nigeria. Because if an Igbo person gets to power today, he will try to go far and beyond to make sure that he proves to Nigeria that the marginalization that they have experienced so far has actually drawn Nigeria backward. Had it been they had the power all this while, Nigeria would have gone very far. So there are many reasons for Igbo to support Peter Obi. And if it would be based on what it's supposed to be, no other candidate from any other region is supposed to contest this time around. Let's be honest. So for an Igbo person to say he is supporting Peter Obi and being ashamed of it or being afraid of being called a bigot, then I put it to you that you don't even know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. This is your own time. Atiku is my brother from the north, but I don't want anything. The power should not stay in the north again. And obviously, it is in the southwest, and we are seeing the damage it is doing. So the only option we have currently is the southeast. Let an Igbo man come and take Nigeria on this ride. Let us see the first 4 years what we are going to do. Even though it will be worse than Tinubu, let an Igbo man come and do his own part too. We cannot be saying we want to build a nation and marginalizing one part. It's not done. It's not done. But
asking them if they can be trusted.
Yes. The thing is annoying. But I know the verse for Hausa man. To be honest, I know the verse for Hausa man. He has the right to be debating it back and forth. But you being an Igbo man and you are still debating Peter Obi's candidacy. Allah, now you know what's in the worry your head. But honestly, there is no excuse for it at all. But here we are going to push it. If you people don't want Peter Obi, because now the narrative that some people have thrown into my mind is that Igbo people hate one another. So if you don't want me to buy that narrative, then prove it to me. I'm a northerner. They say when one Igbo man is growing in business, the other one wants to kill him, wants his own business to go down. Is it true or is it false? You are the ones to prove it to me now. Because I want to see it happen in the Southeast. If you work, if you don't want to work, you should leave. My canvassing I'm doing now, my mobilization and everything, I am totally avoiding Igbo people. Not because I don't like them, but I believe it is their own job. And if I have access to them, if I get to talk to them, whenever I am talking to them, all I just tell them is, make una do una effort. Get as many indigenes as possible to vote for your brother. That is the only thing I can tell you. Why will I come and be convincing you that Peter Obi is a good person? If you don't know, then you should be there now. So please, my Igbo brothers, I beg, no make this thing now come be like, say, another new debate. It's not a topic at all. It's not a debate topic at all. It's not a debate topic at all. So, and I don't know what is happening, what is going on with His Excellency Peter Obi. I can see he has been going back and forth, but I don't want to make he start the rest. The campaign is coming very soon. That man is walking. Kudos to him. Please, anybody that is close to him, give him a hug for me. God bless him. God make him come upon Nigeria and let him execute that which we dream to have. And we hope that it works out for us and Nigeria becomes better, even not for me, but for my children. Thank you. I yield the mic.
Amen. Bismillah. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our brother from the north. Tega. You guys know a Tega song? Oh, man. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I need to take a call real quick. It was